Hello and welcome to Still Got Legs, a Doctor Who Rewatch podcast brought to you by Another Happy Studios. This week there's toys in a cupboard, some dolls are discovered, and an old lady is smothered.
I don't know why, but I really don't like them. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Still Got Legs, a Doctor Who Rewatch podcast, the only one that exists in the world. If you go looking for any others, I will literally kill myself. My name is Nathan. As always, I'm joined by my wonderful co-host. His name is Lawrence Thomas Heisey. Lawrence, hello and welcome to my wonderful, fantabulous, extravagant Doctor Who themed podcast.
Hello Nathan, hello, I'm here, you're here too.
Fucking hell. No one will know why that sounds weird, but I know. And you know, and that's what's important. Anyway, let's just move past that fucking train wreck of a moment. So first of all,
are we never going to say anything?
No, we're never going to acknowledge that. First of all, I don't know why your intros fill me with so much anger and vitriol.
Do we have to do this every fucking week?
Well, no, because we don't do this every week. I feel like I've let you off for the past few weeks.
Let me off, implying that you've got the bar of quality that I need to meet.
Yes.
All right, go on. Why don't you like them?
I don't know. There's
Okay.
in principle, there's nothing wrong with them. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
But whenever I hear them, I'm just like, oh, you piece of shit, man. You fucking piece of shit. I think it's because I think it has the same energy as your tweets, which is
this again.
No,
Gosh.
because it's just nothing, isn't it? It's
No.
just now you're getting to a point where you know the rhyme is the thing. You know you need to do the rhyme. You're locked into the rhyme. So it's almost as if the actual content does not matter, all right? It's just that you need to get the rhyme no matter what. And that's what I think you're focusing on. And because of that, I'm like, his heart's not in it, you know?
My heart's in it plenty, right? I'll admit there have been some times I've wrangled a bit to get the rhyme in. I will say that, right? But you know, I'm on websites. I'm looking up rhyming words, right? Like I'm
What
in
was
the
it
trenches.
this week? Talk me through it this week.
It was this week. There's toys in a cupboard.
Yes.
Some dolls are discovered, and an old lady is smothered. I can explain all of those lines. They're all thematically relevant to the episode.
I've seen the episode, all right?
That's what I'm saying, right? I don't know what your beef is. They're there, and they're ripe for the picking.
I don't like it, though. Just because they're there doesn't make it good, though.
Okay.
Just because you can point and say, these are in the episode, doesn't mean that it works.
Yeah, but right, but then you say that about mine, right? But I feel like I have to think about mine. I feel like your ones, you're like, there's stuff in a cupboard. What's gonna happen now? And that's it. It's like if every episode of Doctor Who was a 90s trailer.
When have I ever said there's stuff in a cupboard? What's going to happen?
No,
now?
but you know the vibe. You know that you're always like, wonder how they'll get out of this. And then that's it. It feels like that you
It's
set
an
the
intro.
scenario.
It's a fun tease.
Mine's a fun tease.
What is it teasing?
The episode.
How is it teasing that? I don't feel titillated.
No, but that's your problem, all right? Some people do. Some people don't, and that's fine, right? Variety is the spice of life.
There's no variety. We're starting strong with an argument this week. So there we go.
For people that like that, there it is.
Yeah.
What have you been up to this week?
Nothing. Working.
Oh,
Working like a dog.
oh dear. Working like the dog in this episode.
Bernard
Bernard the rent dog.
the dog. No.
Bernard the council flat muscle.
It's not a council flat, Lawrence.
I mean, sort of. It looks council flattish, doesn't it?
Yeah.
As in, like, there's lots
But
of
it's
them.
not, because it's clearly a private landlord.
And he owns that whole thing?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
And he can't afford a T-shirt. What's wrong with this man?
Well, he's wearing a jumper.
No, he has
you
a
have
little- he
a
has a
weird
little-
thing. You have a weird thing about jumpers and no t-shirts, don't you?
Well, firstly, that is a weird thing. I don't have a weird thing about it. That is weird.
There's nothing wrong with just wearing a jumper.
No, there is. You're so defensive about this because you used to do it. I remember.
Yeah, I still do every now and then.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I think it's strange.
I think you're strange.
It's all woolly on your chest. It feels weird.
All right, and it's wool. It's comfy.
I don't need that sensation
It's
on
not
my
exactly
chest.
a fucking a steel fucking copper fucking thing, is it?
What, like chainmail?
Yes.
No, it's not, but it definitely feels weird. Like it's not.
No, it feels soft. It feels like a jumper.
Scratchy.
When you touch a jumper, you're like, ugh.
No, but if I had it
weird.
like on me, against me, every time I moved, I felt its presence.
What kind of
skin.
jumpers are you wearing? Why are they made out of jagged metal and fucking and itchy fabrics? You need a soft, nice feeling jumper.
All right, yes, but like most jumpers have an itch to them. That's just a fact.
No, it's not.
It is.
Again, I don't know where you're buying your jumpers, but that's not a fact. If most jumpers have an itch to them, something's going wrong, brother. Okay?
Maybe it's me that's got the itch.
Maybe you're just infested with termites or some shit. All right?
Well, I'm glad we got to the bottom of that. Oh, Nathan, what episode is this?
Lawrence, this is Series 6, episode... I've got no notes, so I have no idea. It's Series 6, Episode 9 of Doctor Who. I don't know what episode of Still Got Legs it is, because I don't... Oh, well, hold on, I can find out.
Okay.
All right, so this is Episode 83 of Still Got Legs, Episode 83 of the revival era of Doctor Who. It is Night Terrors, written by Mark Gatiss, directed by Richard Clarke.
General thoughts, Nathan. What do you think about the episode Night Terrors of Doctor Who?
What do you think about the episode Night Terrors of Doctor Who?
It's fine, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fine.
I think it's a pile of fine. I didn't remember... Right, I've said this so many fucking times, I'm starting to get sick of hearing myself say it, right? But I'm hazy on the show.
I'm getting sick of you saying it. I'm getting sick of everything you say.
I've been hazy on the show before, right? There have been plot elements I've forgotten. This is an episode I've straight up... I don't ever think I've ever rewatched this episode. Ever.
Well, that's your fault.
I wasn't inferring it was a problem that needed fixing.
Well, yeah.
No, it's just, I don't know. It's just, I didn't remember a single thing about it. I completely forgot it existed. And it's fine. It's, I feel like we've done this to a degree.
We've literally never done this.
We had Fear Her, which was about childhood fears in a cupboard.
That episode literally does not exist anymore.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Silly me. In that case, this is fresh and every idea original.
This is hot, fresh content, okay? This is different to Fear Her.
Yeah, in ways, yeah. But then
Fear Her was about the Olympics.
Yeah.
And
it's more than a simple.
Don't. We can't.
What a dated episode this will be of Still Got Legs. No, it's fine. What do you think? Fine?
Yeah, it's fine. It's Mark Guy's episode, so that pretty much says all you need to. Look, there's some good stuff in here. Yeah. But it's just mostly like, yeah, I think there's a reason like you haven't come back to watch it. And most people probably don't. It's just it's not exactly up there on the list of epic Doctor Who episodes, is it? It's fine. It's inoffensive. It's 45 minutes to spend watching TV, you know?
Yeah,
I'm not going to think about it for much longer. Well, I guess I'm going to fucking think about it for the next 2 hours or so.
Yeah. And that being said, Nathan, we open the episode. No, my first note is council flats. It's been a while.
I was going to say, is this 2005, the Powell Estate?
Feels like it.
Yeah. It has been a while since we've been on a council estate. I like it. I like the vibes, though.
I do, too. And I like that Amy and Rory, like, landing there are like, ugh.
Yeah. We could get a bus here, Doctor. Actually, that's a bit into the episode, though. You're a bit ahead. I don't even have my notes on that.
No, I was just doing a fun call forward. All right, fine. Little George's mum... No, first, there's an old lady who's pissed off about having to drag her little trolley down the stairs.
That's way later into the episode.
No, you're wrong. It's literally the second shot. Call me wrong. Call up the tape. Do what you must.
Is she pissed off about having to drag her trolley?
She doesn't say she's pissed off about it till later, but she's in this shot, she's pulling the trolley up and she's like, ugh, kind of grumbling to herself.
I mean, there's a shot of an old lady, and that's it.
There isn't, and she's doing that. She's going, grumbling.
Yeah, well, I think you're adding colour there, but okay.
I like this. You get cocky when you have no notes, and it's not your place.
I have no notes, but I'm still better than you with your notes.
If you say so. So anyway, we've got Little George. Little George is a little boy in his room.
Who's Little George, Lawrence?
He's a little boy in his little room.
He's a little boy. He's a scared little boy.
Yeah, and his mum is an NHS hero. She's off to work on the night shift.
Let's give her a clap.
Everyone.
Everyone get up.
Pots and
Everyone give her a
pans.
clap. Hey, do you remember Tory o'clock? What a wild time that
I
was.
do remember.
Every Thursday at 8 or whatever.
That was right.
Fucking hated it, man. It was like the first week, it was like, all right, this is something. And then every week, it was just a big pissing contest between fucking which boomer Tory neighbour loves saying they love the NHS more, you know? But won't actually do anything to support them other than just fucking hit some pots and anyway.
I love the NHS. Bloody ridiculous, them wait times, so appointments, so you can't get an appointment for bloody months.
And there's too many foreigners these days.
He said it, everyone. No, but so there's a little ritual. Everything that George doesn't like is put in the cupboard, and George seemingly has some OCD about a light switch. Has to be turned, like, switched off 5 times or something.
That seems like a bad idea. Not the light switch thing, though. Hey, everything you don't like, let's put it in this cupboard. And then you're surprised that he's scared of the cupboard?
Yeah, right?
You've taken everything he fears and put it into one place?
It's a bit strange, isn't it? Because, like, you'd add a second step to that, wouldn't you? You'd be like, and I empty the cupboard every night before you go to bed.
Yeah, but then you just don't.
Yeah, but never look in it. Right?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I also feel like it's like the kid's like, Mummy, you need to do the 5 lights thing. She's like, oh, silly of me to forget. I'm like, don't drill this into your child. It's going to be very traumatizing for them.
What's his mum's name? Claire? Is it Claire?
Claire, yeah.
Claire and whatever her husband's name is, they're not doing much to, like, dispel these bad habits, really, are they?
Yeah, no, they're not.
I mean, I'm not a parent. What the fuck do I know? But, like, they're just like, yeah, sure, let's play into this OCD and let's do the flicker thing. But I guess if they don't, then it'll just be a nightmare. So I don't know.
Look, maybe it's the sake of them being easy, right? Like, it's just like, what can we do to get through each day? But, like, when the episode opened, I was like, Claire's a hard-working mum, right? There's probably a babysitter sat outside in the living room. She's off to work. Right, she's a single parent. She's
the dad's the babysitter. What a what a hero. Dad babysitting. What a hell.
No, but it just made me laugh.
Stepping up, Lawrence. He's babysitting his own fucking kid.
No, but I was like, oh, she's off to work. And then when they opened it, it revealed that the dad was just sat on the sofa, and they were like, oh, is he being difficult again? I'm like, get up and help.
Yeah.
She's trying to go to work, you fucking idiot.
Well, no, I think it's fair that she'd want to say goodnight to her son before she goes to work.
Yeah, but, like, say goodbye, then Dad can come in and do all the all the rituals they're traumatizing their child with.
Yeah, sure, why not?
So George says to himself over and over he needs to be saved from the monsters, and obviously,
I think you'll find he says, "Please save me from the monsters."
Well, yes, that is true.
Yeah,
I like this. I like this. Either write it down or shut up.
I don't need to, Lawrence. It's all up here.
Yes, you do.
It's all up here.
God, I can't wait till that you get less cocky throughout this episode.
No, wait. So he says, "Please save me from the monsters," and I believe, if I'm correct, we do see a shot of space at that point. We see a shot of, like, traveling through the stars.
Yeah, it's a kind of a quick little insert transition.
Yes.
Like, the message is on its way.
Yes.
And we'll see where it gets in a minute.
Yes. Much like a boring pirate episode. I feel like it's a bit like that. It's a bit like, oh, this is something interesting. Again, like the distress, like an ordinary child can send out a distress signal to the doctor, but then it's like, but he's not ordinary though.
Yeah.
So actually,
he did it with his alien brain.
He did it with his alien powers. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's interesting then, isn't it? You know?
I think they do some stuff that's interesting later on, but I think there's a thing I'm noticing in filler episodes of Doctor Who of this era. They explain too much.
There are no filler episodes of Doctor Who.
No, there are.
Because literally all episodes of Doctor Who are filler, apart from, like, the series finale and the series opener. Okay?
I guess by the episodic sense.
Yes, in the sense that it's Monster of the Week and everything like that. They're all filler. Okay?
All right, but then and now I can't call them filler. I'm going to have to resort to calling them worst episodes of Doctor Who.
Yeah, and that's fine. That's fine. Or just call them the Mark Gatiss episodes of Doctor Who, apart from that one we like.
He does
Apart from
have
that
some
one we like, and they're all stinkers. He's the worst writer on the show, man. I've said this time and time again, and I think all the bad stuff in Sherlock is most likely down to him because, look,
you see his Sherlock influence.
I'm sure he's a nice person, okay, but I think as a writer, he's just. Well, look at the stats, you know?
Yeah, he does. I think he overcomplicates and puts himself in a box and then goes, fuck, how do I get out of this box?
Do you remember when he was a big scorpion?
I forget he was in this show.
Yeah, he's been in it twice now, and he'll be in it more times to come.
Oh, good.
At least 2 more times.
Supposed to be quite liked, his later appearances, I thought, right?
One of them is nothing. One of them is absolutely nothing, and then one of them, quite liked, but we'll get to that.
Okay. I see that it's a very self-insert.
One of them, you won't even recognize that it's him. All right.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I feel like I'll have to point it out to you, and you'll be like, "That was Mark Gatiss," and I'm like, "Yeah." And it's coming up pretty soon. So.
Oh, okay. Oh shit. All right. Fair enough. Okay. So anyway, it beams a message into the TARDIS.
What does Lawrence?
George, the alien boy.
Oh, the little alien boy. Spoilers.
He's an alien boy.
We don't know that. He's a little boy. He's a normal little boy. All right.
Oh yes. So the normal little boy transmits a message into the TARDIS, like all little boys.
He's a normal scared little boy. This is the magic. All right. Any normal little boy can transmit a scared message into the TARDIS. It hits the Doctor like he's been shot in the chest.
It does. It's quite a punchy transition, isn't it?
He just quickly turns around like, "Oh, what the fuck was that?" And pulls out his psychic paper.
Yeah. So he reads out the message, please save me from the monsters. And he says he's making a house call. Which is a bit of fun.
Titles
indeed. There you go. Okay. I was already doing that bit. He's doing the middle eight because he's stalling and writing notes. That's what he's doing.
I'm working late.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Because I'm a sinner.
Stop it. It's not the lyrics.
What do you mean?
You get them wrong. It's singer. It's singer, not sinner.
Why would she be working late if she was a singer? That
because
makes no sense, Lawrence. That makes no sense. She's a sinner.
She's not a sinner.
She is. Anyway.
That sounded all right.
Anyway, what happens next?
There's a really nice shot of the TARDIS materializing in, reflected through a puddle, and it pans up. It's a really lovely little shot that they do.
Oh, well done, Richard Clark. Good job. Good on you.
Nice one, mate. Fucking hell, the director directed an episode of Doctor Who, if you can believe it. No, but they don't normally do cool stuff like that, do they? It's getting artier.
Yeah, it's true. They'll never film a puddle. Good for you, Richard Clark, for filming a puddle.
The ponds are displeased. We mentioned this a minute ago. And they kind of walk out like Amy says, we could get the bus here. And the Doctor says, in all of space and time, the scariest place in the universe can sometimes be a child's bedroom. And I think that's quite a fun little... it does get done away with a bit later on, but I think that's a nice notion to start the episode on. It does feel very childlike and whimsical again.
Look, there's stuff with this episode where I'm like, I can see what they're going for.
Yeah.
And I would feel like maybe if this episode was written by something else, dare I say there would be moments in this episode where I would be like, oh, Doctor Who magic. But then I'm like, but no, it's just a bit. I don't know what it is. It just doesn't quite get there for me. It's just. It does. It feels like it's kissing it, doesn't it? It feels like it's touching it. It's touching something. There's something there, and it's almost grasping it. But then it's just, I don't know. There's this air around it which just makes me go, but no, you did it wrong.
We'll get to it later. I think there's an element of like, well, that's not my son. That's an alien thing. No, it's your son. Oh yeah, it is my son.
Yeah.
Which I think it doesn't. No one really has a change of heart. It's just the writing needs them to do more things. So they go, okay, cool, let's do it.
Yeah.
I really like it's a kind of just a quick moment, but Rory reads over the Doctor's shoulder on the psychic paper, and the Doctor just slaps him on the forehead with the psychic paper.
Oh, really? I missed that.
Yeah, he just gives him kind of like a whack. Like, oh no! Don't fucking read over my shoulder.
Good for him.
So George's dad, he's called Alex, but we're just going to call him Alex from now on, even though we don't know it's his name yet.
I don't know his name. I'll call him George's dad.
Okay. He's watching a Rolf Harris TV program.
No, I remember this.
No,
yes, I was like, the real monster of the piece shows up. Rolf Harris.
It is funny because it's right after them saying the scariest place could be a child's bedroom.
He's actually Rolf Harris is the scariest thing in this episode.
So it's a crazy week for the BBC having to cut disgraced presenters, isn't it?
This episode will be cut off next.
Along with the rest of the show.
Along with the rest of the show. Because you'll have to.
So I like the montage that this leads into. It's the TARDIS team are on door duty, essentially.
Yes.
They're all kind of, there's a little montage. Amy answers the door. Oh, Amy knocks on the door and two twins answer, or a little girl answered, and then a twin reveals herself. And Amy's like, ugh, a twin.
She's not like, She's
She
just a little...
She even says to the doctor, creepy kids or something.
They are creepy, though. All twins are creepy.
No, they're not.
They're creepy.
My nephews are twins.
All right, no, all right. But do they dress the same and talk in unison?
No, they're not identical either,
Exactly.
to be fair.
All right.
Yeah.
If any twins, all right, dress the same and talk in unison, then you know what you're doing, and you're being creepy, and you need to,
those
to
kids, they
stop.
know what they're up to.
Yeah, exactly. You need to stop.
Stanley Kubrick ruined twins with The Shining, didn't he? He really did.
Did he invent that concept?
I feel like he popularized it at least.
Hmm.
Maybe not invented it, but when you talk about iconic, scary twins talking in unison and dressing the same, The Shining comes to mind, doesn't it?
Come play with us, George. What's the kid in Shining?
Oh, I forgot. Danny?
Ewan McGregor. Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor. It's little Ewan McGregor.
It's little Ewan McGregor.
My dad's got an axe.
Okay. That's fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi.
So yeah, Rory goes and meets the landlord guy, who he doesn't know is the landlord, but he says he's there. He's doing like a little council check-in kind of situation.
All landlords are scum, by the way.
Yeah. We'll get to this landlord later on, especially in a segment.
Yeah. We'll get to this landlord in a segment where we talk about how landlords break the law this week. Okay.
yes, definitely.
Don't worry.
And the doctor gets the old woman who is fuming about the bins.
This fucking woman, man. All right. First of all, I like that there's a moment when the doctor's talking to this woman and he's like, "Can I come in?" And she's like, "Of course not. You could be anyone." And he just says, "I could be, but I'm not." Which I think is funny.
Look, I like how he wouldn't understand why that's a scary thing, but yeah. That woman's doing the right thing. Keep this creepy man out.
He's not creepy though.
No, but like
he's a nice man.
He's a bit eccentric, isn't he? He's wearing a little bow tie and a tweed jacket, and he's knocking on the door at night time. Like,
look, everyone on this estate is far too active for the time of night. Okay, all right. If it's late enough for it to be evening and for a little boy to be in bed, okay, then no one should be knocking on. If anyone knocks on my door past 6 p.m., I'm calling the police. Okay,
get out.
What business does anyone have to knock on my door past 6 p.m.? It's outrageous, frankly.
It is, yeah.
Okay.
The only thing arriving at your door past 6 p.m. should be a takeaway or something you're expecting. Yeah,
exactly. Should be my guy from the local Chinese, and that's it. You know,
business hours are over. Get out.
Exactly. I'll have no callers at this time, thank you.
So my next note says George is a certified melt.
Okay, come on, he's a little boy.
No, but I wrote this to simplify the fact that throughout all of this, so we don't have to keep cutting back to it, right? Throughout all of this, it's intercut with George shining his little torch and looking around his room. So now that we've covered George as a certified melt.
But I feel like everything is kind of heightened, though, because... Yeah, we see the old woman walking past and she's like, she's breathing like a dragon or something. And then the lift is apparently in his bedroom and it like is the loudest lift in the world. Okay? Yeah. And I feel like everything's purposefully heightened. And of course it is, because it's that like, it's from George's perspective kind of thing. And we're seeing it all through the eyes of a scared little boy. So you'll see like, you know, the dressing gown on the back of the door, it's moving, but it's not. It's just the light and stuff. But to him, it's moving and it's spooky and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. I think they do quite a good job of it. Like, it's not scaring me, but, like, I can imagine it being creepy. Like, you know that feeling when,
it's like in the opening of Monsters, Inc.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
You know, when there's the little boy who turns out to be a robot, but there's the little boy who's, like, looking around his room and he's seeing everything moving and stuff because he's scared.
Yeah.
It's like that.
It is like that. One of my notes a bit later says, like, I don't blame George for being scared. His noise has loads of sound effects in it. Or his room has loads of sound effects.
It's true, it does, yeah.
So I like Rory. Rory's one of the things that is heightened to him is Amy and Rory will walk right past his bedroom, which is, I don't know if you picked this up, it's in the wrong location of where the flat is.
What do you mean?
So his bedroom looks out, his window looks out to like the walkway that's right next to their front door. But whenever we see them go into the room, it's the back room.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know you weren't writing your notes there, but I needed to get the building structure notes in place. All right.
I feel like that's a very Nathan note to me.
Well, I'm trying to bring your presence, your notes presence to the.
You didn't know I didn't make my notes until 5 minutes ago.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to emulate it. I'm like,
Okay.
I didn't write it down because I'm sure Nathan will say that. But now that you have it,
okay. Well done. I'm proud of you.
Thank you very much. And Rory and Amy walk past, and Rory says, "Maybe we should just let the monsters gobble him up." And
just as they're walking past his very bedroom.
Yeah.
Like, horrible timing, first of all. But like, Rory, come on, Rory, you're a dad now, all right?
Yeah.
I know, like, technically you're not, but like, come on, man.
If the show ever lets you remember that you're a dad, you're a dad now. Okay.
No, he remembers. He just doesn't get to be one.
Great.
Yeah.
So they all rendezvous with the doctor, who noticed the boy, so that you see the doctor kind of clock George peeking out the window. And then I don't know if you've clocked this recently, right? But the doctor keeps doing this thing recently where he notices something, and then Amy and Rory are like, "What?" And he's like, "Nothing. See ya."
Yeah.
And then goes off to have another plot kind of thing.
That's very 11th Doctor. 11th Doctor is very he's very secret. He's very I'll do it actually.
Yeah.
You know?
Why is that? I can't really get a read on like why he operates that way.
It's something that carries on right literally until the end of his tenure. It's just a part of him. It's just like partly wanting to protect his companions, but also I don't know if you'd call it. I wouldn't call it a level of mistrust because it clearly doesn't. He clearly thinks of them as capable and everything like that. But
yeah,
I don't know. It is something that appears quite often.
The closest I thought is like sometimes he just fucks off and needs a moment to think, and like Amy and Rory are quite like suggesting. They suggest a lot of stuff. Like they're always like, could be this, could be that. And I think sometimes he just needs a bit of, you know how he's always like, everything's too loud. I need a minute. Everyone shut up. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he cuts them out of the loop. And after he's left, Rory just says to Amy that he reckons the psychic paper might have got some junk mail to it.
Okay. I mean, it could be. He's not wrong.
I mean, yeah, like you have to wonder what the filter system is on a piece of paper that can receive messages from anywhere in time and space.
Well, it's pretty rare though, isn't it? Like, how many times have we seen the psychic paper receive a message? Like
a lot less.
3
now.
times. Like 3 times.
Well, yeah. I was about to say, like, when does it happen? Let's list all the times.
New Earth. He gets one from the face of Bo, who is not Jack Harkness.
Yeah, okay. Does one happen in Go in the fireplace?
No. Why would one happen in Go in the fireplace?
I don't know. I'm thinking maybe the crew that takes them to this, like a distress call from the crew that when he gets there, they're all dead.
No. I don't think so, anyway.
Anyway, good trip down memory lane.
Yeah, that was good. Well done. We did
it. So Amy hits a button on the lift, and I quite like this moment. It just fucking yeets them down.
Yeah, they die.
They die straight away.
Yeah.
They're just mushed. No, but I quite like this. I thought it was quite a creepy shot, the way the lift kind of like it levels out, the doors open. It's kind of in like a basement, or I guess just the bottom floor. And it's empty. The lift is empty. Where have they gone, Nathan? Is the question of the week.
I don't know. I'll find out soon, though, maybe.
You might do, yeah.
Maybe. I'll tell you what, though. Maybe we'll find out after these quick ad breaks.
Ooh.
Great, we're back from the ad breaks.
We are. Well, Nathan's not. Nathan's in the loo. That was pre-recorded. What he said there. We got to wait for him to get back, everyone. I don't like it when you don't go with it.
No, that's the thing. I'm going with it. I'm going with your bit, so I'm not here.
No.
So good luck.
Okay. Oh, he's back. Here he is. No, he's back. He's back, please.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, how was your loo break?
Shut the fuck up. Just carry on. Okay.
Thought we'd try something different.
No, just carry on.
So George's dad, Alex, answers the door, and his first reaction is, "Blimey, that was quick," because he reckons the doctor is part of maybe some kind of social service, because he knows that Claire rung them.
Did Claire ring them?
No.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, I never, like, maybe there was a deleted scene or something, but, like,
yeah,
Claire just left for work, and then he was like, oh, this thing happened. I was like, did it? Okay.
And also, what a groundbreaking response time that is.
Yeah.
To send a man with no ID.
Very impressive. Oh, he's got an ID.
Does he flash the psychic?
Yeah,
Okay.
flashes the psychic paper, yeah.
Okay. But yeah, my note just said, is this guy a fucking idiot? Like, no one's coming round at 7 o'clock at night the same day. And that's if Claire called them.
Which she didn't.
Yeah, which she didn't. But I like this scene somewhat, because I think the episode tries to tap into this, and I don't think it always succeeds. But Alex, as George's dad, is quite forthcoming, and he has this quite nice line about how it's not easy admitting that your kid has a problem. And while I think problem is maybe a bit dated, it's a nice kind of honest parental approach that, like, it can be quite difficult for a parent to adjust to a child that maybe wasn't the child they expected.
Yeah.
And I just thought I thought it was quite nice. Quite a nice scene.
Maybe. I'm not a parent.
And neither am I. Well, I have a little dog.
Well done. Congratulations.
My next note is because they kind of, that cuts off pretty quick. The doctor just goes like, let's go see him, and then we'll cut back on that in a bit. The old woman and her war against these bins, Nathan.
Yeah.
It continues. My next note reads, not since Mickey have we had such a formidable showdown with some bins.
I think what's really quite funny about this is she goes down to the bins or whatever, and then she's like on her way back. She's on her way back up, and then like something rattles within the pile of bins, which is overflowing, and you know it's not completely unexpected that there could possibly some kind of mice or rats or something around there.
Yeah, true.
But her immediate assumption is, oh, it's clearly the most scared little boy in the world is inside these bins pretending to be a monster or to scare this old woman or something. Yeah. I'm like, what is wrong with you? Okay, are you insane? Are you absolute? Have a word with yourself, okay?
She does say later on that it's like the meds or something. She has medicines that clearly allow her to hallucinate dollhouses.
No, she wakes up in the pile of bins because she's just been in a dollhouse and then says, oh, must have been the tablets. Okay, I don't think that can excuse her saying that George is a fucking rat monster or whatever.
No, yeah, it is. It's a bit of a stretch, but she's got to get over there and have a poke about so the bin can eat her, right? It's just what it is.
Yes, it's true. It's true. We do need an excuse for the bin to eat her.
Yeah,
it's true.
Because she's a crucial part of this episode, obviously.
And she plays such a prevalent role in the rest of it as well. I think she shows up once more, just looking frightened, and then we'll see her again at the end, and then that's it. So,
yeah, she just had a sick night. No explanation for her. She just has no idea what happened.
She'll never find out. Literally never. Anyway, good for her.
So Alex says that George kind of never cries. He's always been this kind of unusual kid or unexpected kid. He kind of he never cries, but he always is scared about something. He gets like coughs randomly, like he kind of seems
nervous ticks. He says
nervous ticks.
Like
yeah. You think he like stresses himself into illness a lot of the time. He says.
Yeah.
And the doctor reckons, I'm ashamed at how loud I laughed about this, right? But the doctor reckons that George has pantophobia, which is not the fear of pants.
Did he say pandaphobia?
No, pants. I thought it was pants.
I thought it was panda.
Pandaphobia? I'm going to Google it, because presumably this is a real word.
Not the fear of pandas. The fear of everything, which, mind you, could include the fear of pandas.
The word is panophobia, according to the dictionary. So we're both wrong.
Well, that makes sense, because pansexual.
It does, yeah, that does make sense. But then, did he say pants or panda then?
Let's go to the subtitle tape.
Oh, no.
It says pantophobia.
Mark Gatiss.
But it's panophobia. So is this just Mark Gatiss not knowing, just reading something wrong and then going, I'll put that in?
I think maybe, or he's trying really hard to include his funny pants joke that he really wanted in the episode.
That's just boring.
Yeah, I mean, it makes it less funny that it's not real.
You can make the exact same joke with pans. Everyone makes that pansexual joke that, oh, you want to fuck a pan or whatever. You know?
Yeah.
So you can literally just make the exact same joke with pans.
Fuck's sake, Mark Gatiss.
Come on, Mark Gatiss. Do a crumb of research, all right?
And he put a bomb in that man.
But we like that. It's okay.
We've forgiven that episode.
Yeah, we like that one now.
Friendship over with Mark Gatiss.
Now Mark Gatiss is my friend. Because we like that one episode.
Right, I need your opinion on something.
Well, it sucks. There's a callback. Go on, sorry.
great.
The very small number of people will get that joke.
Too many inaccessible jokes this week.
I know.
So Rory and Amy wake up somewhere, and Rory thinks he's dead again.
Yes. Does this count as a death? Is this what you're going to ask me?
Yeah.
No, I don't think we can. No.
But he's convinced he's dead.
But the episode never tries to convince us that he's dead. That's the thing.
Okay. Yeah.
That's our rule. That's our rule. If the episode ever tries to convince us or Amy for a second that he's dead, then we count it.
Okay, so we can't count this.
We can't count this. I do think it's funny that that's his immediate go-to. Though.
Yeah,
it's like he's died so many times now. He's like, oh, for fuck, we're dead. I know we've done this before. I'm dead again, aren't I? You know?
We got a tweet. I'll read it later. We got a tweet about this week, and I was like, oh my god, yeah. Like he's very quick to resign himself to the fact of like, well, at least Amy's here this time.
That's cute, I suppose.
He also calls the council area EastEnders land.
Oh, that's fair. It is a bit EastEnders.
Is it?
Well, no, not really.
No, I don't think it is. I don't think it gives that vibe at all.
No, it doesn't look like EastEnders, but maybe. But the landlord was a bit EastEnders, wasn't he?
That's true, and everyone's got that kind of Cockney voice, haven't they?
Yeah, maybe this is an East End. Although there was a rental price at one point which was dropped, so I don't think it's anywhere near London.
But everyone sounds like they're from London, so this is maybe this is giving away Mark Gatiss has not paid a single crumb of rent in his whole fucking life.
Maybe, I don't know.
We need to find out if Mark Gatiss knows the price of milk. That's what we need.
Somehow I don't think he does.
No. In the background there's a creepy hooded figure. It walks past them.
Who?
I don't know. We don't know yet. It's just a creepy
hooded figure. No, it walks
hooded
past
figure.
who?
Oh, Amy and Rory as they're kind of chatting away.
Hooded?
Yeah. Well, it looks
I don't
hooded.
think they're hooded. I just think they have a big head.
Oh, maybe. Well, the next silhouette that we see has more of a bulbous head. Maybe I was just thinking that's a big hood because it was a bulbous head.
You're a big idiot then, aren't you?
I guess so, yeah. So we cut back to Alex, George, and the Doctor.
Who is Alex?
Alex is the dad. He's George's dad.
Ah, okay. Please call him George's dad.
We've been through this.
I don't know who Alex is, all right? Friendship ended with Alex.
Okay.
Now I only know George's dad, okay?
All right, fair enough. There's something so doctory about the way that Matt Smith kind of stands in the doorway with the light kind of shining on him, and he says that George goes, "Are you here to take me away?" And he goes, "I'm not here to take you away." And he goes, "Have you come about the monsters?" And he goes, "I've come to talk about the monsters."
Not to praise my guys, but I think it's written better than.
No, it definitely is. I'm paraphrasing.
Have you come to talk about the monsters? I've come to talk about the monsters.
Are you Doctor Who? I'm Doctor Who. Yay, the 11th Doctor is here to talk about the monsters.
Yay.
It's a nice moment because it's just the way Matt Smith kind of delivers it and the way kind of camera goes in on him. It's nice. It looks really good. And he's selling it as the Doctor.
Matt Smith does some good selling this week. There's this might be jumping ahead a little bit, but the kind of build up to him opening the cupboard a little later on is very good and very dramatic, which he does well.
Yeah, he even has a little shocked reaction, which is nice. Yeah. Very good to see. Back in what we don't know is a dollhouse yet, so I'm going to say creepy
spoilers.
Space. They've seen it.
Spoilers. It's a for all we know, it's a 17th century house. I think it's the same house where they shot the boring Cyberman Christmas episode with David Morrissey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
really?
Because I think remember when David Tennant was going up the stairs fighting the Cyberman with a sword. I think it's the same stairs at the end where they're on the stairs.
Okay, yeah, that does. Yeah, okay.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. There's only so many old-fashioned houses in all of Wales, so
that they're allowed to make this fucking shitty as well.
Yeah.
So Amy and Rory are kind of having a poke about, see where they are, what they are, if they can find any clues. And Amy finds a copper pan that's actually painted. It's painted wood to look like copper.
No. Other way around.
No, it's
wooden that it's painted like copper.
That's what I'm saying.
You said it's a copper pan that's painted like wood.
No, I said it's a copper pan.
No,
that's
you
actually...
didn't.
No, listen.
You said it's a copper pan that's painted like wood.
No, I said
You
it's
did.
a copper pan
That's
that's
what you
actually... I read my note. I'm reading it again. Amy finds a copper pan that's actually wood painted to look like copper.
Okay, but that's not what you said, okay? Go back when you edit this, listen back to it and tell me what you said, okay?
All right, I'll replay it here. Amy finds a copper pan that's actually painted... it's painted wood to look like copper.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll never know.
We'll never know, but I'll know. And I'll text you if I was right, and if I don't text you, then well done.
Great.
But you better believe that at 3 a.m. I'll be being cocky if I won.
Okay, we'll see.
I do like this because they find a big creepy eyeball in a drawer, and the eyeball's made of glass.
Yeah.
And I think the house stuff, while I do think it drags in parts, there's some creepy vibes setting in that are quite
There are some creepy vibes. Yeah, some of the house stuff is quite creepy and spooky. The big guy in the drawer is quite fun. It does make me kind of laugh when Amy finds this like kind of lantern deal and she turns it on and it's literally the fucking dimmest light you've ever seen. Like it's hardly producing a single watt of electricity, but through the magic of TV and the studio lights they have around her, it also lights up the whole set as well.
Of course,
yeah, which is quite good.
Rory has like a little flickery torch that keeps going out, but yeah, it is funny that predominantly the light is coming from Amy's fake lantern.
Little toy lantern.
Yeah. Before they leave,
also,
Amy...
what's going on with that lantern? If you got a doll's house and you got a little lantern small enough that it can be freely moved around the doll's house and put on a kitchen cabinet in the doll's house, how is that doll's house going to produce a light?
Yeah, that's no bigger than like, what's that little thing you put on a thumb, like a little thimble or something? You know what I'm thinking about? When sewing people put little things over their thumbs to protect their thumbs.
Oh, a Peter Pan kiss.
What the fuck? What?
A Peter Pan kiss.
The fuck is a Peter Pan kiss?
It's a Peter Pan kiss. It's a kiss from Peter Pan.
What are you talking about?
Wendy gives it to Peter and says, "This is a kiss."
What, a thumb thing?
A thimble, yeah.
Oh, so I was right. It was a thimble.
It's a thimble, yeah.
Now you're just saying Peter Pan things to confuse me.
It's a Peter Pan kiss.
What does that mean? How is a thimble a kiss? I don't get it.
It's a kiss. She gives him a kiss.
Stop just repeating it. Explain.
She gives him a kiss.
Fuck you.
She said no, but she says she'll give him a kiss, and then she gives him the thimble. He doesn't know what a kiss is. He's like an alien boy or whatever. And she, like George. But then,
what? So then Peter Pan's like, "Thanks for that epic kiss."
Well, he doesn't know what a kiss is, does he?
And he
so
thinks
he's not expecting to be puckered up on the lips or anything. He doesn't know. She's like, "I'll give you a kiss," and then she runs off and gives him the thimble.
So why does she lie? Why didn't she just say, "Here's a thimble"?
I think it's supposed to be because like childhood cuteness or some shit. I don't know, innocence, childhood or something.
Okay, I'm thoroughly lost.
Have you never seen Peter Pan?
Not recently. No, not that I remember.
I mean, it's one of the most classic fairy tales of all time. But
if you know this about me, I haven't seen all the classics, all right?
It's true. You have such a blind spot. Everything. You and your weird traumatic childhood.
I had a great childhood. Leave me alone.
You lived in your castle just hoarding all your toys from Lorimer's, but never actually watched any childhood family movies.
Hoarding them, as opposed to what? Was I supposed to give them back?
Hoarding your wealth from Lorimer's.
Fuck's sake. Amy picks up the pan, the wooden pan, presumably to whack someone. I just like how, as they're about to leave, Amy goes, "Hang on," and grabs the only thing she can use to twat someone if she needs to.
Did you notice what the fuck was going on with the music in this scene?
I can't say I did. Do tell.
For some reason, it was blaring so loud
Oh,
at
really?
this moment. Yeah, like, let me put it up. It was so weirdly... It seems so weirdly out of, like context with the rest of the episode.
Yeah.
When Amy goes to grab the pan, it's just like, what if we put a big fucking beat here for no reason?
Yeah, what the fuck was that about?
Yeah, I don't know. It's strange, man. Just came out of nowhere.
Dun, 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 dun. Are they just I couldn't see on the screen. Fun fact, when we go to the tape, I can't see. I have to judge what Nathan says. Were they walking off? Was it dramatic?
Not really. We were just walking.
Murray's cooking.
Well, I don't know.
It's a good little tune, just maybe misplaced.
It's something.
So the Doctor is with George and George's dad, otherwise known as
He's doing
Alex.
a Rubik's Cube.
Yes. He's I do like that he's just fiddling. He's very like we've spoken about this. Matt Smith is very like physical. He'll interact with anything, which is fun.
Do you know what I don't like? I don't like that you can like that there's a way to solve a Rubik's Cube. You know?
Yeah.
That there's like a predetermined path. Like that doesn't make sense to me.
Oh, you don't? As in you don't like that? Like it should be.
Like that doesn't feel like it should be the case. You know? Because I'm like, how
is it? So there is a definitive if you do it in this order.
Yeah, because you can like look up a YouTube video like how to solve it, and it'll be like you do this, then you do this, and then it's solved. I'm like, but that's not. But how do you know what my Rubik's Cube looks like?
Like even no matter how it's jumbled, it always works.
Yeah. Like that doesn't make sense. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I don't know. But like,
maybe there's just people that are fucking crazy good at maths. But then if it's a universal tutorial, it should work for everything. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't like that either. I don't want to think about that.
Yeah.
Confuses my head.
I used to have a Rubik's Cube, but then it used to make me angry. So I got rid of it.
Yeah, it would. That shit like that would really fuck me off because I would never have the patience to do it, and it would annoy me. It's not done.
No, I just kept turning it blindly. Like one day I'll get there.
You had a phase where you always used to fidget with toys. My wife and I one year got you a fidget spinner for Christmas.
Really pushed the boat out of that year, didn't you?
No, it was a little Secret Santa, and you know.
No,
it was.
I know, but it's just the way you phrased that was very funny.
Nathan gave us a
you
grandiose...
and your wife came together to get me a £1 fidget spinner.
We emptied our piggy banks.
Yes. No, because you always used to tell me off. You used to shout at me all the time because yes, I fidget. I can't help it. When I'm talking, I naturally like to occupy my hands with stuff, and it would often involve me just if we're like sat at the table, I would often just grab your phone or your keys or whatever just because I need to occupy. And you would always get mad at me and shout at me for it.
Put my shit down.
I can't. I need to do something.
But I think that's the thing that bothers me. You always fiddled with noisy things. Like even now, I'm tapping my thumb against my fucking knee, but you'd never hear it. But like when we're doing the podcast, Nathan would just be there sometimes like, oh, just hang on. Doing all of this stuff, all right?
I think I'm better at it now.
You are, yeah.
But sometimes you just need to do stuff, man.
Have a little fiddle. Wait, hang on.
Well, no. No, not the Rolf Harris. Anyway,
oh, no. So the Doctor recites his 3 favourite bedtime stories.
Which are, Lawrence?
Which are 3 Little Sontarans.
A classic.
Yeah, we've all heard that one.
Yes.
The Emperor Dalek's new clothes.
Another classic.
I find that fun because he's met the Emperor Dalek now.
Okay.
He should have brought it up then. I've heard about your new clothes.
Okay, great.
Where's the drip?
I think it's more just to play on the Emperor's new clothes.
Yeah, well, you're right, but but now it's canon.
Okay,
so
sure.
I didn't put them in this problem. They did.
Okay, go on then.
And I didn't quite catch the last word of this one. Snow White and the 7 Keiths
the 7 keys to Doomsday.
I definitely heard Keith.
No, it's Keys. Okay. Why would it be
but imagine if there were 7 Keiths of Doomsday.
Is that the plot of Avengers Doomsday?
Yes. No, the Keiths.
We got to gather 7 Keiths to stop RDJ from earning $80 million.
Poor things. I need you to distract Keith. So yeah, the Doctor wants to open the cupboard instinctively. He obviously says like the next course of action is obviously let's open it, see what's in there. And
why does he want to open the cupboard?
Well, because he wants to like his initial thought is like, oh, there's nothing wrong with this cupboard. It's just a cupboard. Let's show this kid that there's nothing wrong with the cupboard.
But why does he have that thought?
Because George tells him all my monsters are in the cupboard.
There you go. You didn't say that.
We established that earlier.
No. You need to establish it again.
Now you're backseat driving because you don't have your own notes, all right?
I'm teaching you. I'm guiding you.
I don't want... Stop that. Stop that now.
One day you'll be able to host.
Fuck off. This works better when we both have notes so that we can always have a point.
But even if I don't have notes, I can still call you out on your wrong notes.
I don't like this. This feels unfair. One day I'm going to find out when you haven't written notes and I'm going to delete all of my notes and we're both going to be fucked.
Okay, great.
So yeah, the Doctor goes to open it and George shits himself, and I love.
Did he miss that part?
Yeah, he erupted. Yeah.
Oh, no.
And I really like the way because the Doctor gets like quite up close to it, and then all of a sudden there's a knock on the front door.
Again, way too late for there to be a knock at the door.
Yeah,
right?
really. Well, I mean, I think that's when we find out who's knocking. That is also wrong. Like,
Yes,
yes, he knows that's the wrong thing to do.
That's against the law. We'll get into that.
Oh, yeah.
But yes, way too late for there to be a knock on the door. But I do like this whole build-up. It's very good. I mentioned it earlier. The way everything slows down, the tense way Matt Smith slowly approaches the door, and then once the knock happens, just the big sigh of like, oh, from everyone, you know, like that jump scare moment afterwards and stuff. It's quite good.
Literally, even like the dad is involved in it, and he's the one that made up this put all the fears in the cupboard thing. So like, it's that irrational fear in the back of your head, isn't it? Like, you know nothing's wrong, but it's fucking scary all the same.
Yeah. What's your irrational fear? What are you scared of? You're scared of everything. You're a little fraidy cat.
I don't like gone off food. You know this about me.
Okay, yeah.
You don't, like, not even like gone off. Like I say, no one likes gone off food. But
you can't have anything if it's like a second past the sell by date.
Yeah, I'm talking as pedantic as like, I've got a lot better in recent years, but I used to be very, very bad in the sense that like 11:59, that's fine. Midnight in the bin. Like, I wouldn't be up binning shit, but I'd be binning it the next day.
That's insane. That's ridiculous.
And no, I don't know why. I never had any experience that like rooted that within me. I just always felt weird about it.
You're a weird boy.
But now I'm like, now I've learnt the difference between a best before and a use by, and that's been life changing.
Both are fine. You can.
No, not me. I'm not using meat after the use by date.
It's capitalism, all right? They're there so they get you to buy more. Okay. You can use it. It's fine. You just have to just have a good look at it, have a good smell, and if it's fine, it's fine.
It's instilled good practices into me though. Like when I'm shopping and I'm getting the bread, I'm reaching to the back of the bread section. I'm like, that's got the longest time on the date.
I can't buy bread.
You can't buy bread? Why?
Well, I can, but I rarely do because it's just pointless for me to buy bread because I
live
live alone.
Nice toast?
Well, yeah, but here's the thing: I live alone, and then I'll like make some toast, and I'll be like, well, now I have to freeze this entire loaf, don't I? Because
get a loaf of bread a week. That'll do you toast and lunches.
I'm not doing a loaf of bread a week though. Here's the thing.
Okay. Well, you haven't felt like, what's your go-to lunch?
Do you ever have that kind of phase where you're like, what if I ate an entire loaf of bread worth of toast right now?
Yeah, of course. Everyone has that.
You ever do that? Yeah. There's just a phase where you just rediscover toast again and you're like, oh, how good is toast? And I'm going to make so much. Yeah, I have a distinct memory, actually.
Oh,
being
no.
At uni. One morning, we was in the kitchen at uni. And it was like the night, we was all like fucking having a hangover debrief or something.
Yeah. It was like 1 p.m. the next morning, we'd all rolled out of bed.
Yeah, and you was making toast, so you like made. You didn't ask anyone, but you just made everyone toast, which fair enough was nice.
I was being nice
of you, but no one wanted toast, and you made the most toast that anyone has ever made. You were like, why is no one eating this toast?
Oh, mate, it was the presentation was like, I had it on a chopping board. I like put it down in the center. I was like.
It was so much toast that you just had to eat yourself.
I mean, that was mainly out of spite. I was like, fuck it, no one wants this fucking toast. I'll have the fucking toast.
I should have had some toast in hindsight, but
it would have been the gentlemanly thing to do.
Yeah, but still.
You heard of the polite bite?
Yeah, but then look, come on, it's just a bite, isn't it?
So yes. Who is at the door, Nathan?
The fucking scum of the earth.
Yeah, prick. Big prick.
Here's the thing, everyone. If you have a landlord and they show up unexpectedly, shut the door on them, okay? Yeah. The law is they have to give you 24 hours notice before they turn up, okay? That is a legal requirement, okay?
Yes.
You have powers as a tenant, okay?
And even if you think that your mate, like, oh, I've got a good relationship with my landlord. No, fuck them.
Fuck them. They are not your friend.
No, they want your money.
Yes, they are not your friend. And they definitely cannot come over with a dog intimidating you into paying the rent, okay? Yeah. Like, you should pay your rent, but they can't intimidate you into doing it.
You should pay your rent, but if times are tough, you have legal rights.
Yes, okay? First and foremost, just don't let them into the house. Yeah. Shut the door on them. They have no right to just turn up and demand entry.
Yeah, and if they're texting you, switch to email. It pisses them right off. That's the best way to handle it.
There you
go. Fucking scummy behaviour. He just kind of like forces himself in. I thought it was a bit undoctory of the doctor to just hang tight in the room while this went on.
Oh, he's with George, isn't he?
I know he's with George.
Does he know about landlords? How often has he ever had to deal with a landlord?
No, but it's clear that this is an intimidation move. Like, it's clear that the guy is, like, wrangling him a bit.
But he's with the little boy. He's with George.
He's keeping fine. George. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. He's keeping George safe. All right, fine.
This is where we meet Bernard.
Yep.
the hero of the piece.
But look, Bernard is a victim too. Okay.
I'll talk more about Bernard later, but I like Bernard. Bernard is a good boy. Okay?
He is a good boy. And you see that later on. You see where his loyalties lie later on, I think.
You do, which is quite funny. Anyway, 350 quid.
Yeah.
Not bad. Not bad for a 2-bed flat.
It's fucking absurd for a 2-bed flat is what that is. Like,
I mean, not to...
No, but London.
Not to... Yes, London. Yeah. Not to get too... not to expose myself, okay?
Yeah.
But not to brag, but it's not that far off from what I'm paying for a 2-bed flat, so...
Yeah,
But yes, again, I don't live in London. But at no point do they say this is London, though. So
no, they don't. But everyone's walking around like, "You got my rent money, geezer."
Well, that's one person. It's not everyone.
No, and the dad is proper like, "We don't know what to do with our little boy." He's a London boy as well.
He is a London boy. Yeah.
But
you're a London boy, and now you live in.
Yeah, but I didn't move everyone with me. And stop saying that, by the way.
I wondered how long that would take.
Fuck's sake.
You live at...
Do you know what's funny? The edit is in my control this week, and I could easily read out your phone number right now.
07.
No! Oh, he's tested me. He's put the power back in his own hands.
Yeah.
What would you do if I left that in?
I'll kill you. I'll actually fucking kill you if you leave that in. Okay?
I'll tell you what. I'll leave all of it in bar the last digit, and then people can figure the rest out themselves.
Don't do that. You can leave 3 random digits in, okay?
I'm not doing that. You read it too quickly, and I'm not editing that.
Good. I've got it.
I just won't bleep it at all.
Yes, you will.
So I like that in this moment, while the landlord is intimidating the tenant.
That's a whole other thing.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
What you learned after your faux pas last week.
The doctor, he makes all of the toys, the fun toys that haven't been relegated to the cupboard, come alive.
Yeah,
it's quite sweet.
Did you notice anything about these toys?
One of them was no, not anything specific. One of them was a nice robot man that I liked.
They're all robots.
Oh, they all robots?
They're all little robots, yes. Okay. If you think about classic childhood toy, you think about the classic robot, the little walk-in robot.
Yeah.
And they just went, what if that 12 times? So they're all just different variations of robots. I think one of them's a Transformer. One of them's an Optimus Prime, I think. But they're all robots.
What was your treasured childhood toy?
A Buzz Lightyear.
Hey, I had a Woody. That's good.
I also had a Woody, but I liked Buzz more because I was a space boy.
Look at you now playing Red Dead 2.
Yeah, it's true.
Buzz, where's the Space Rangers?
Buzz looking forlornly from the corner. No, but it was a Buzz Lightyear, but it wasn't like Buzz from the movie or anything, because like his like spacesuit was all silver. It was like mirrored, like a silver mirrored suit. I loved it.
Okay, that's a variant suit.
Yeah.
Nice.
I loved it so much.
I had a fun remote control car K9 to keep it specific to the pod.
You fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, mate, you know I had it driving around, and I had a cat at the time. My cat fucking hated K9.
You might have told this story in the pod.
I might have, but it's been a while, so hello new listeners. I mean, it's not really a story. I drove around the little remote controlled K9, and it occasionally it had catchphrases. It did the whole like affirmative kind of thing.
Affirmative?
Yeah.
I don't know what that was. That wasn't K9.
I don't know what that was, but yeah. I might replace my impression with just a clip of K9 saying affirmative.
Yeah. Maybe. Do mine as well, please.
No.
No.
And here's his phone number.
No.
I've cut it back in.
No. I'll cut it in myself. 07.
Stop. This is so bad.
Keeping you on your toes.
Oh, God, I don't like it. Oh, fuck's sake. Right, what happens next? The doctor landlord.
Yeah,
fucks
there's
off.
all these robots.
Yeah, all the robots are going about having a bit of fun. George, it's a nice little moment for George. Bit of childlike wonder.
Sure, yeah.
Anyway, landlord fucks off, and the doctor goes, right, let's open this cupboard. Essentially, let's rip the band-aid off, see what we're working with here. And he scans. He does a quick check. He scans with the Sonic the cupboard.
But he doesn't actually open the cupboard.
No, not yet. Not at this point.
Yeah, no.
So he scans the Sonic, and he goes like, there's nothing to worry about. And then like pauses, and then the way he delivers off the scale.
Yeah.
And it I don't know. The Sonic clearly has a terror level scan or something. I feel like this should be on the scale when we find out what's happening later. Like this isn't unfathomable terror either.
I feel like the implication is like the amount of monsters that are in there. I feel like.
Oh, okay. But we don't see that many, do we? There's like 3 dolls.
No, it's true. We don't. But there's other stuff there in the dollhouse, though.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So, I don't know. But we never see that, really. So, who cares?
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, what happens next? Do we ever go back to Amy and Rory? They're just fucking running around Luigi's mansion, aren't they?
Rory and Amy are noticing some odd shit in the room, some kind of inconsistencies with that of a real house. So there's no doorknobs, the clock face is drawn on.
Yes.
And the real icing on the cake is they keep hearing a sound effects of a creepy girl laughing. And they go, that's not normal.
And then we keep hearing this like, tick tock, goes the clock. The classic little girl singing nursery rhyme equals scary, which it does, to be fair.
It does, but it's a little bit like, fucking hell, all right.
It's very Freddy Krueger, isn't it?
Yeah, but there's a part of me that's like, push the boat out a little bit. If this is unfathomable levels of scary, like...
3,
Stop singing.
4, better lock your door. 5, 6, get a crucifix.
I'll wait, everyone.
7, 8, don't stay up late. 9, 10,
how long has this gone for?
Back again. That's it. Goes up to 10.
Okay, that does make sense. But do you know what I mean? It just feels a bit like
what?
It's just a bit classic horror, isn't it? Like, push the boat out a little bit. Do something a bit more interesting. If you're gonna
what though?
I don't know. I'm not the writer. I didn't get paid to do this. He did.
The weirdest thing about this nursery rhyme thing is that for some reason it's now a recurring motif for the rest of the season.
Really?
Yep.
Well, I noticed it come back at the end, and I thought that was weird.
Yep.
And now it's just.
And it'll keep coming back.
But it's unrelated.
Yep. And I don't understand it. I don't understand why this little girl nursery rhyme from the Scared Little Boy episode is now imperative to the rest of the season. But it is.
They obviously just like the sound of it, but like it's not related to the silence or anything. What they should have done is had the Tesselector spit a rhyme last week, and that should have been the recurring motif.
Sure.
Playing salt and pepper out of whatever body they're embodying's ears.
But the Glee version. Yeah. So salt and pepper's here. Now wait a minute, y'all.
Artie's here. Oh no. And he's doing an accent.
Is that the one? He's always doing an accent. Is that the one that causes the sex riot?
That's.
Oh no, that's Toxic, isn't it?
No, well there is Toxic is a sex riot, and also they do Push It.
Push It is the salt and pepper one. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But that doesn't cause a sex riot, does it?
Is there only one sex riot? I thought there might have been 2 sex riots.
No, I think there's only one.
Sex.
Just because Mr. Shu is too sexy when he performs Toxic with these 14-year-olds.
Oh, and the walking stereotype kid. Yeah, it's like I can't stop.
Yeah, and also those are I think those songs are in 2 different seasons.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, I think Salt and Pepper's like very early season 1, and Toxic is season 2.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they're always
quite early.
Maybe it was just causing me a sex riot.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's a good. Look, this is the thing about Glee, right? You make fun of it, but there's some good covers. Like,
if only we could talk about this more.
No.
In 2 Slushy Boys and Glee Watch podcast.
No, stop. Oh gosh.
I want to do it. I think it'd be good.
I know you do. Believe me, I know you want to do it.
We'll put it on the Patreon.
So Alex George's dad I think is rightfully getting pissed off at the Doctor now. Because he goes, from his perspective, social services have shown up, gone, fucking hell, yeah, that is a bit scary. And then not solved the problem and then left George in the bedroom by himself.
And then said to George, oh, by the way, the monster's real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think Alex is well within his right. The Doctor keeps trying to make a cup of tea and he keeps shutting the fridge door on him and he's asking him to leave.
I do like the way the Doctor just stares at him. Like, as he shuts the fridge, the Doctor does his like mean Doctor stare, which is quite fun.
He pulls it out and suddenly it's like, oh, the vibe is different. I've had enough of intimidating men in my living room today. At least he doesn't owe this one 350 quid. And he doesn't have a dog. So there's that.
Yeah, that's true.
But no, I do.
What does George do for a living? Is he? I think he said he's unemployed. He lost his job.
Yeah, he said he's looking, but there's nothing going, basically.
Yeah, he's looking. Yeah.
Which is what I'm saying. He's got rights. You know?
Claire is the breadwinner.
Claire is the breadwinner. Hang on, get the pots and pans out again.
What?
Big up the NHS, Nathan.
Oh right, okay, sorry.
Fucking hell, someone doesn't love the NHS.
No, I thought he was back on the the panphobia metaphor or whatever.
Too many pan references.
There's too many pan talk in this episode. Shout out to all my pansexual brothers and sisters and others out there.
Nice. You've saved yourself now.
What do you mean I saved myself?
I
was always going to say that.
From not respecting the NHS, Nathan.
Oh, okay.
You've been cancelled and now you're uncancelled. Friendship over with Nathan.
I'll cancel myself right now. I'm not scared.
And here's his phone number. Why do I keep doing it to myself? For context, by the way, it's 10 o'clock at night and this episode goes out tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's fun. I like the dialogue that the Doctor has. He kind of like sells the fear of it. Like he says, whatever George is worried about, it's so powerful that it's transcended time and space. It's gone through stars, and obviously, again paraphrasing, but he lists a great deal of many things about how powerful this fear would have been to get to contact him in the TARDIS the way it did.
Is this where he finds out he's not a little boy?
No. That's a bit later. But this is
All
where
right.
this
we
is
just
where
hurry up and get to that moment because I'm bored of this.
Fuck's sake. This is the moment we go through this just because you can't read it, Nathan.
No, I feel like there's a whole lot of nothing between now and there, though, isn't there?
All right, we can go through them quickly.
All right, let's do that
then. But no, I do like Matt Smith has the great line of like, see these eyes, these are old eyes.
That is a good line. That is a good line. That's a trailer line if there ever was one.
It was really in the trailer.
Is, yeah. It was in the trailer. So
there we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he says, "There's one thing I can tell you: monsters are real."
Yes.
And then obviously that's when George realizes, oh, this guy's not from social services.
He's from space.
Yeah, and he should have known, not the space part, but he should have known this guy was not from social services sooner.
Well, he had an ID.
Yeah, but like, again...
If you call social services and then a man shows up saying he's from social services and he's got an ID, are you going to be like, you're not from social services?
Yeah, I might be when he starts whipping out like an orange little device to assess the scare factor of a cupboard. And
you first of all, what is orange?
Oh, so I mean a green light.
Okay, where did you get orange from?
I don't know. Maybe someone was regenerating. You missed it. You don't have your notes. You don't know what happened.
I remember there was no orange regeneration energy. I think I'd remember that.
I'll tell you what you also remember.
What?
Your phone number.
07. Do you know yours off by heart?
Yeah, 07.
Lots sevens.
Yeah, loads. No, hang on. Hang on. We can't say this, can we?
Yeah, I can say that.
Oh, no, we can say that. There's a lot of sevens, yeah.
Yeah.
It's 0777.
07777.
Just ring that and you'll get to me.
He'll get it, don't worry.
Yeah, even if I don't answer, it'll get back to me.
Anyway, what's your phone number? Let us know.
Yeah, text in. Text in with our phone numbers.
Maybe we should get a texting line.
Text your phone numbers to 07777.
Everyone share your phone number below. There we go.
Disclaimer, don't. By the way.
Yeah, don't.
Just in case there's any idiots out there.
Share your number and I'll call you right now.
Yeah.
I'll call you live
to call everyone that leaves.
Yeah, I'll call every number that gets shared. I'll call you live on the next episode.
Should we start taking some calls? Should we take like voicemails from people?
I have the facility to do that. We could
That'd be fun, wouldn't it?
We could take calls. Do you want us to? What would that be though?
No, I'm thinking we could.
Hello, hi. All right, see ya.
No, but we could do like Still Got Thoughts, couldn't we? We could have recorded thoughts. Add a bit of so it's not just me and you reading.
Yeah, maybe. Do you want to do that? Let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
Send
your answers to 077.
Text in. Let us know.
Right, we're going to steam through some of these notes because Nathan is right. There's a whole lot of boring shit in this last end of the episode. Right, so this is where we see the bin lady. She's finally back in the episode.
Oh, we get that one shot of the bin lady.
We get the one shot of the bin lady, and she's just walking about in the same place Rory and Amy are. She doesn't interact with anyone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of shots of just, like, people looking scared in this house as they're walking down a corridor, and then they go off camera, and then there's a silhouette in the background and stuff. There's a lot of shots like that.
I'm a doll.
Cool.
I'm in the background.
I will say the dolls look creepy. The dolls look good.
The design, great.
I remember seeing a promo image, or maybe it was a trailer or something, but before the episode aired, I remember seeing the dolls and thinking, that doll looks like Amy. Clearly, Amy gets turned into a doll.
Really?
And then I saw the episode, and I saw that doll, and I saw Amy running from that doll, and I'm like, oh no, I'm wrong. It's just a doll that happens to look like Amy. And then the twist of the century happened, where I was like, oh my God, I was right, but it's a different doll, and that one doesn't look like Amy. What a twist.
I was to be a fly on the wall of Nathan's living room when this happened.
It was a wild twist.
So Rory closes in on the door, and then they open it quickly and to reveal there's a creepy standing doll. And what made me laugh about this is they go, oh, it's just a doll, it's fine. Yeah. That doll is 5 feet tall.
To be fair, though, they are in a big doll's house.
But they don't know that they're in a big doll's house. Oh, yeah, that's true.
They don't know they're in a doll's house at that point, do they?
To them, they go, there's a fucking doll the same size as me.
Oh, that's fine, though.
That's all right, yeah.
Anyway, let's walk off in the other direction, leaving our backs exposed to this doll.
Let's not shut the door. Rory even prods its face. I'm not going anywhere near that fucking doll. I'm actually kicking it there and then. Creepy
looking doll. I think it's the big heads and the little faces.
Oh, that's 100% what it is. Yeah, it's in fact, I'd say it's exclusively the big heads and the little faces.
Yeah.
The design is really, really good. I do like that back at the house, the doctor keeps kind of going back to the photo album, and he said the scene picks up with him going, "What is it with these photos?" and then just immediately kind of forgets about it again. I will say that's very Sherlocky, leaving us a little clue, and then
there you go,
and then bombarding us with plot so that we forget the clue, and then they go, "Look, the thing's back again. I'm clever, and you forgot, so you're not."
Well done, Margatis.
Yeah,
you did it again.
So I tell you what, one thing I did want to say is the guy that plays George's dad, he's not...
Alex?
Yeah, shut up. He's not a particularly strong actor, but he is keeping up nicely with Matt Smith.
I think he'd do well on EastEnders.
I think, an achievement.
Nothing
Didn't
wrong
you
with
say that about fucking Adam in series 1?
No, Adam would do well on Coronation Street. That's different.
I see. I don't know this. I don't know the tier level of soaps.
And I think Adam was on Coronation Street as well.
I think that's probably all he did after Doctor Who or before.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was supposed to be his peak, Nathan.
Millie Gibson was on Coronation Street, and she's great.
That's true. She is very, very good.
Jenna Coleman was on Emmerdale, as was Samuel French. They were on Emmerdale together.
Wasn't Jenna Coleman in fucking what's that one about a show?
About a show?
Sorry, one about school. A show about school.
Oh, Waterloo Road?
That's it. Wasn't she on that as well?
No.
Oh. There we are. In that case, someone else was good on Waterloo Road.
I think you're just thinking of Doctor Who when she was a teacher in Doctor Who.
Maybe, yeah. Didn't she lead a spin-off as well?
No, you're thinking of Class.
Is she not in Class?
No, she was very much dead by that point. Spoiler alert.
I thought she was in Class.
She's not in Class, no.
Who's in Class?
Spoiler alert, Peter Capaldi.
What, he's in?
He's in Class, yeah.
He runs the show?
No.
Oh.
He's in the show.
Who runs the show?
Aliens. It's aliens and school children.
Riveting show, that sounds like.
Who runs Doctor Who?
Yeah, but the Doctor, it's a character.
Yeah,
it's
no,
different.
you don't know. You can't say that.
Nah, it's fucking. You got Sarah Jane Adventures. That's Sarah Jane. That's clear cut. You know what's going on there. That is
Lawrence,
the show where Sarah Jane Smith. Has
You know
adventures.
nothing about class, okay?
Are you gonna make me watch that one as well?
Yes, of course I am. Yes.
God damn it! All right, we'll get there.
I don't know how, when, or
How
what,
it's gonna slot in or fit.
when it will slot in, because there's a lot to slot in, but it will be there at some point.
Okay, at some point in the next however many years. Yeah.
I keep seeing clips of Children on Earth on Twitter. I'm like, oh fuck, I want to watch that,
Yeah.
but I can't.
We've got to hold off
to this for like 7 years or whatever.
But no, that's the thing. I want to hold off for that long because I want to be surprised by how great I remember it being.
Yeah, if
And
I
I
watch
know
it
it's
now,
still good.
if I watch it now, I feel like it won't be as good when I watch it in a few years' time. You know,
It won't hit as hard. You won't go, fuck, that's with an adult brain. That's brilliant stuff.
yeah. I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that from last week or whatever.
And you go, isn't that the Doctor? I thought that's the Doctor. What's he doing here as an MP?
Oh, you're talking. Yes, he's talking. I see. Oh, there you are. Peter Capaldi always showing up in Doctor Who spin-offs.
He loves him. He can't
And
get
Doctor
enough
Who.
of him.
Yeah,
He plays old Luke in Sarah Jane.
he plays old Luke. Sure. He plays K9.
He plays voices K9 in the cupboard at one point. you can't hear him, but Sarah Jane quickly opens the safe door, and you hear him going, "Get me out of this fucking cupboard!" And then
He just goes, "Fuck off!"
Yeah, they actually just took one of his "The Thick of It" clips. So anyway, yes. Outside of that, we get some little look at the landlord's interior. He's got the fucking worst house you've ever seen. In your life.
It looks awful. And like this guy should be a millionaire, all right?
Yeah,
because like
theoretically, yeah.
if he owns this entire building, okay. First of all, if he owns this entire building, why does he just live in a flat in the building? Okay.
So we can go around and make friends with this dog at night.
Right. But if he has bought this entire building, then clearly he has some money. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But whatever. And anyway, he sinks into the carpet.
He does.
Which looks horrible. But I think the funny thing about this is Bernard just could not give less of a fuck.
Yeah.
Bernard is just so unbothered. He's just watching it happen like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And I think that's beautiful. Well done, Bernard. You're a good boy.
It is, yeah. Bernard, no, he's like, you ain't got the chain on me now, bitch. Fuck
Yeah.
you do. You're in the floor.
Yeah.
Dumb bitch.
Well done to Bernard. Shout out Bernard. God, I hope that dog's still alive.
Oh, why would you say that? Why'd you do this?
I know.
I think I hit you with one of them in like season 1 or 2 or something as well. It's the worst feeling.
But you remember when we found out the dog from The Mask lived to be like fucking 35 or whatever?
Wild, right?
Like the oldest dog ever.
Yeah.
That's insane. Like he literally died like not long before we found that out.
Yeah.
And that's a movie from the fucking 90s.
I think there was like a thing he won an award for being like the oldest dog ever.
Insane. Well done. What a good boy.
Good on him. Good boy. And he's a working boy as well.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
Put it
why
in the
he's so
hours.
fit.
Yeah, putting in the hours. Like me.
Just two men of the people.
Yeah.
Earning their honest crust. So the Doctor opens the cupboard. There's some scary toys in there. There's not much else in there. Matt Smith runs and grabs the photos and says to Alex, otherwise known as George's dad, "How old's George?" And he's like, "Oh, he's just fucking turned 8. I told you that earlier." And he says, "Yeah, what about the day he was born? Do you remember that? Great day?" And he went, "Yeah, it was a great day. Hang on. I don't remember it." That wasn't paraphrasing. I wrote that down.
Okay.
That was the dialogue.
That was verbatim, was it?
Yeah.
All right, so George is an alien.
Yeah.
So Claire can't have kids.
Claire can't have kids. They did try. They tried IVF. They tried a bunch of methods, but obviously that's very expensive, so they couldn't keep trying.
What's kind of interesting is there is a moment where they're like, "Oh, George is actually the monster."
Yeah,
of this
I thought that was a great, cool bit.
Yeah, which is quite interesting, but then they just throw that away entirely.
Yeah. They completely pull the rug out, and then there's even this amazing shot where George's dad goes, "How could I have forgotten that?" And it pans down, and George is just sat in the middle of both of them.
Yeah,
And there's that ominous moment of like it wouldn't be too far of a stretch for little George to suddenly go.
No, that would be too much. That would be too much.
No, he pulls a Mr. Smith, Nathan.
No.
Sarah
That would be too
Jane.
much. No, I don't know that. You can't spoil that for me.
He loves the moon.
Okay, great. I don't know what that means. Then he shoves them in the cupboard or whatever.
Yeah, he used his miracle baby powers to fucking.
This was cool. I think I quite like the effect they have on the room, where the room is actually shrinking in on itself as well.
They've got the walls moving.
Yeah, the wall is moving and stuff. This actually looks quite cool, as the Doctor and George's dad, whatever his name is, if only we knew, get sucked into the cupboard.
Yeah. I think it's just a great transition. It's just a bit of like practical filmmaking going on, where they've obviously just got set walls and they've got like a couple of people on either side to slowly push them.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's effective, and I like when it cuts back. It's suddenly in the wide room again, like he's gained kind of more control over the room now.
Sure.
But yeah, it's a bit disappointing that it's just like continues to be shit scared, and like the episode doesn't really use that too much.
Well, I feel like there's two interesting things at play here. There's the whole George is actually the monster. They don't do fuck all with it. Or there's the George is a scared little neurodivergent boy. It's teetering on the edge of like autism as a superpower, but it doesn't get to that level. First of all, because it's a kid, and I think it's different when it's a kid and you do that. And second of all, it doesn't also quite commit to that point either. It's just
I don't think
here's
so.
a neurodivergent boy. He's special because he's neurodivergent, but they don't really do anything other than that, really. There's not really much else to it. It's all just very surface level and isn't really explored other than that.
Yeah. I think what they end up doing, we'll get to it pretty soon. It's near the end of the episode, but when like the stuff they actually do reveal about George, like it's interesting, but again, it's a solution. It doesn't really promote any more questions. It doesn't make me go, that's cool, I'd love to know more. I just go, oh, they closed that chapter, then it's done.
It feels like the episode could have been more interesting if he wasn't an alien.
Yeah.
And he was just a scared neurodivergent child who for supernatural fucking reasons was able to do this. But because it's Doctor Who, they need to have the fucking alien monsters and everything like that.
And look, to not come across as hypocritical, we tease Moffat and Gatiss specifically for like super autism in their writing, like Sherlock and that kind of stuff. But like you're right. I think when it's a kid, it is different, and you can tap into
I think so. Yeah, I think it's different because it's a kid, and especially in a family show like Doctor Who, because this is what kids will be watching. This is what young neurodivergent kids will be watching, and I think it would be interesting to say, here's a neurodivergent kid like you, but he's actually pretty fucking cool, and he can
speak to the Doctor.
He can speak
incredible.
to the Doctor. Yeah, exactly. But I don't think it ever quite nails that though. No. It never quite, and it feels like they pull the rug out from under that. I feel like, oh no, he's actually different from you because he's an alien. So.
Yeah, he's got superpowers, and you fuck you guys.
Yeah. You actually don't. You're just a boring, fucked up neurodivergent kid. You fucking weirdo.
I didn't really click on that, but it is that kind of thing of like, you identify with this. Psych. Yeah. Tough.
You're weird, actually.
Yeah.
He's only this way because he's an alien.
Yeah,
What's your
you
excuse?
should have an explanation for your weirdness. Come to think of it. Yeah.
The Doctor's coming to take you away. Not this cool Doctor though, like an actual doctor.
Yeah, a real one.
A real one from the NHS. Anyway, get your pants out.
Get your pants out. And here's Nathan's phone number. Is this our dumbest episode yet?
Maybe. I feel like you always know the quality of the Doctor Who episode we're discussing based on how dumb the episode is.
Because we get sick of talking about it because it's boring.
Yeah, we get bored. Anyway, so they get sucked into the dollhouse. They realize it's a dollhouse.
This, shall we?
They throw a wooden chicken about or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, Amy gets turned into a doll.
Yeah. Well, you've bypassed the landlord getting turned into a doll as well.
The landlord gets turned into a doll. It looks cool.
Incredible.
Yeah, it's pretty spooky.
My notes say, all the shit everyone gave me about not liking the Ood transition, this rips 10 times fucking harder. This is so much better than the Ood transition.
No.
Great.
No. You're wrong. Okay.
If you agree with him in Discord, you're a Nathan shill, and I got no time for it.
Both can be good. Okay. They don't have to be in competition with one another.
Oh,
okay.
damn, he's right. You made a good point.
Both can be good.
I think one's fine and one's great.
And also, this was like fucking 5 years after that or whatever.
Yeah, I know, but I just think it looks cooler. Like, it's more horrifying. When we read all the fucking Still Got Thoughts stuff on that Ood episode, everyone and their mum was like, I shit my pants to this. This is the first time my heart rate increased. Like, everyone was going on about it like it was the second coming of Horror Christ.
So it looks good.
It looked fine. I just didn't get it. I didn't get, like, everyone's enthusiasm for it.
You didn't get anything. You hate Lady Gaga. Anyway.
I saw you enjoying that, indulging in that kind of slander as well.
I was loving it. I was like, yes, drag him.
By the way, no one will know this, but whenever there's like someone having a pop at me, right, even like completely jovial, it's all jest, I get it, right? But like Nathan will screenshot it and then text it to me, right? Despite the fact I've been at it, I've got the notification. He'll screenshot it, text it to me, and go, "They're dragging you on the Discord or something." And I'm like, "Why do you do this?"
I just want to make sure you know.
You have a little party every time.
I think it's funny.
I know you do. Anyway, what's the number you used to send that text?
07.
Good.
What number do I send it to?
0777777.
A lot of sevens. Anyway, so they're all dolls. They're all on the stairs.
Yeah, Amy gets turned into a doll.
George's dad notices there's some lights, and he notices they're the same OCD light pattern that George does.
Yes.
Good comedic double take as the doll walks into the room.
Yeah.
I love a good comedic double take where they look behind him, notice the doll, like, oh, you're right, and then just look away, and then they quickly look back at it. They go, good stuff. What?
I do like how the Doctor kind of refers to it as a repository for all his fears. Like, I think it's a really interesting concept that the dollhouse in the cupboard is where he's just shoved all the scary shit he's ever encountered.
Yeah.
So, like, in there you've got the sound effect of a lift. You've got an old lady fucking, like, doing some whatever old lady shit because he thinks she's a witch or something.
Yeah.
I think it's a clever concept. Again, maybe show me some of the scary shit that's in this fucking dollhouse beyond the doll.
It is a lot of tell don't show, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, they're all there. The Doctor grabs a big pair of scissors and he's fighting off the dolls with a big pair of scissors.
Yeah.
It all accumulates on the stairs, and then it's just that classic Doctor Who thing of, oh, you have to believe or whatever. And then he's here or whatever.
So George is a Tenser?
A Tenser, whatever that is.
I like David Tennant. I call myself a Tenser as well.
Okay, great. Yeah.
That's his fandom.
It's some kind of like nest alien.
Yeah.
Like they're born in a nest and then they all fly off or something.
Yeah.
And they fly off specifically to foster parents who want a child. And then that child will become whatever they want. It will adapt and grow into what these parents put their wishes into or something like that, basically. Yeah.
So if the parents...
it will appear human, it will appear Silurian, it will appear whatever, you know?
Yeah, wherever it finds itself, it'll adapt to
the
norm of the planet, I guess.
And then make a big spooky cupboard.
Yes, yeah. That's the troubling thing. They will do this. Look, this is the thing that, like, this is a cool original concept that I would have appreciated if it wasn't undercutting. Like, if this was in a different episode where this was said from the get-go, I'd like it more. But the fact that it's here and it undercuts something more interesting and personal.
Just make it a little boy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's my same problem with the Vampires in Venice episode. Just like...
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Sometimes like, I understand because it's Doctor Who, and committing to the sci-fi, there has to be an alien monster thing. It's just, even if the alien monster isn't actually an alien monster, it's still sometimes just. I feel like in this era, Doctor Who was scared to just be supernatural.
Yeah, it definitely was. Yeah,
which now it will just be that. I think it is allowing itself to be more supernatural now, but
RTD2 can't stop fucking going in quotes, being like, "I just wanted to do some supernatural stuff."
Yeah, it's true. For better or for worse.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's just a kind of restraint that the show had at the time. Really.
Yeah, it feels like they've got the kind of the safety on all the time. Yeah. Which is a shame. I think it spoils some interesting concepts.
I do too.
So yeah, I do like the moment. Maybe it's just because it's Doctor Who cheese. It's not magic. It's Doctor Who cheese. of the
sure.
whole like
Oh,
George.
is that your version of Doctor Who magic?
Yeah, but it's lesser. It's lesser than magic.
The most cynical man in the world has Doctor Who cheese.
No, Doctor Who cheese is when it attempts Doctor Who magic and doesn't quite get there for me.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
So I do like it when they go like, George, you got to be brave. You got to, I don't know, do whatever. You got to just open the cupboard and stop.
Yeah.
And stop these things from killing us. And I like it. It's fine. And then then George opens the cupboard and he's like, I'm inexplicably here. Hello.
Yeah.
And then all the dolls go, we're gonna fucking go get this kid now, because it turns out his real fear was being abandoned or like given away to doctors or something.
Yeah.
Which I didn't get the sense of throughout any of this.
I kind of did.
Did
yeah.
you?
Yeah, a little bit. Because his first words to the doctor was, "Are you here to take me away?"
I get, but he wasn't like fucking terrified of him, was he? Like he warmed to the doctor pretty quick.
Yeah, but that's only because the doctor said he wasn't here to take him away.
And he does just fucking assimilate to whatever, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. This little boy with no original thought in his life.
Yeah.
I got this fucking weird quote at the end of this that I'll say. Go on.
There's also like, and in this scene as well, when George appears in the house, there's then just like a weird moment. It's played as like kind of sweet and loving, but it's just strange that like George's dad, whatever his name is like, he's not my son because he's an alien.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, but he is my son and I love him.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they're having him build to that moment of love and acceptance, which he should already be at because it's his fucking son.
His fucking son,
but
and he has the
fact,
I know they're fake memories, but he has the memories. Like,
yeah, well, they are memories. He has because he's been there since he was born, so they're not fake memories. They just are memories. Okay?
Yeah.
He has been there since he was born. So yeah. But the thing is, like, there's just that weird moment of doubt they put in before it for no reason. Like, I get that he's an alien, and of course that's going to like bring up apprehensions and stuff, but it just seems unnecessary.
Yeah,
the whole point of the episode. It just seems like we're having this moment of doubt for the sake of it. Really.
Yeah, it feels like a quick make a problem so that we can reward audience with a solution.
Yeah. It's literally, he's my son and I love him. He's my son and I love him. He's my son and I love him. He's an alien. He's not my son. He's my son and I love him.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, and then we build to that he's my son and I love him. But like, it was always at that point. We just had this moment of doubt so we could then build to it again. You know?
It wasn't like throughout the entire episode he was like struggling with parenthood. Like he was struggling, but he always loved his son primarily.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing. This is also the part where like I don't want to. I feel like it'd be in bad faith to say it's like going somewhere that I don't think was intended. But like, there's also the line of like, he's not my son, I don't love him. I'm like, you don't have to biologically be someone's son to be loved. Like it's a bit of a, and maybe it's just because it comes in the episode where they undercut the whole like, hey, you're special, you are an interesting child, not a problem child kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then they go like, but he's not my son. It's like, come on, dude.
Yeah,
just
come on,
get
man.
a second pass on this one.
Yeah.
or just like, and this is where I think Doctor Who does stumble sometimes. A different perspective. Like so often it's fucking men in their 40s just fucking spewing out these scripts, and I'm like, a different voice could be cool. Yeah.
I will say that could always be applied to any Mark Guy script, but but that's just me.
Mark Guy should just be a better and different writer. Yeah, we think.
I'll say it. I'm brave enough to say it.
I will say the moment he remembers that George is actually scared because he's unwanted, it goes very Sherlock for no reason whatsoever. The Doctor has a mind palace moment.
Yes, he does. Yeah, he does. We're right in that peak Sherlock era here, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. When they don't quite trust an audience, they go, let's just do the Sherlock thing. Yeah. So Claire didn't get told about this.
No, so who called then? So what is Alex talking about? Whoever Alex is, what is he talking about?
Yeah, I think maybe he's just assuming that, like, oh, my wife probably made the call. You know how a lot of blokes are like, oh, she probably did it.
Yeah.
Like, where's my work uniform? I didn't wash it. You should have.
Where's my dinner?
Yeah.
I don't fucking know, in the fridge.
I didn't cook it. Why? No, but I'm more thinking of the sense that, like, Alex has got to have a fucking rough and tough conversation with Claire once George goes to bed. Like, hey, so by the way, our son is an alien. We figured that out today. It's fine. I'm cool with it. But he's an alien.
Yeah, that is one. Yeah, that's a conversation to have. The doctor's making kippers for breakfast. Absolutely disgusting behaviour. Get the fuck out of here now.
Really? You feel strongly about this?
Oh, disgusting.
Okay.
Disgusting. I don't like fish anytime, but for breakfast, kill yourself.
Yeah, fish for breakfast is weird. That's an odd thing to do.
Fish at any time is weird. I hate fish.
Yeah. There's one line that the episode, it doesn't end on it, but like it's the last kind of interaction the Doctor has with George's dad. And he says to him, he says like, is he going to grow like 2 heads or whatever? And he goes, he says like, oh, he's a kid. He'll adapt to whatever you want him to be. And I just think leaving it with the implication of like, your child will be whatever you deem appropriate is a bit like, stop it, man.
Yeah.
Get a second pair of eyes on this. It's a weird message.
That is weird, isn't it?
Yeah. Children should stand in fucking line and do what they're told. Like,
children should be exactly as their parents want them to be.
yeah. Because God knows we need more of that.
Not great.
Yeah, not cool stuff. Anyway, so yeah, then there's the Doctor's gonna die, and we've got the jingle.
Tick tock goes the clock, even for the Doctor. Great,
Crazy
good
stuff.
stuff. Good
Button
stuff.
time.
Button time.
Weirdo of the Week! Weirdo.
This is everyone's favourite section of the show where we get to take a chance to look through some of the weird and wonderful and grubby little characters who come across our screens each and every week. Lawrence, tell me now, under fear of me reading out your phone number, who is your weirdo for this week?
It's the landlord, obviously.
Oh, Percival. Was it Percival?
Something like that. Purcell or something. Yeah.
Something weird, like a washing up
A
liquid.
stupid name that didn't match his stupid vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He should have been called Lawrence.
No. I feel like that's a man that should have a dog name, like Buster.
Okay. And then his dog's still called Bernard. Or
Yeah,
something.
Buster and Bernard, the Rent
Buster.
Boys.
Lawrence, no! Stop!
No, right. I could think of a million reasons why he'd be the weirdo, but the biggest, Nathan, is hoarding housing, obviously.
Obviously, yeah.
So he's on the list.
Okay, great.
That's all you need.
Well done. Well done. Fair enough. Not going to argue it. My weirdo is the little old bin lady.
Yeah.
All right.
She's off her tabs.
Because she's on her tablets. Because she takes her bins out to the pile of bins. Looks around at all the bins which is like spewing out from all the bins and stuff. So it's just like a big mess, a big pile of bins. She's like, what a state. I'm the only one who cares about this. And then just adds her own bag to the pile. Just contributed more to the mess. Does absolutely nothing about it. And then is like, I'm the only one who everyone else is the problem, not me. I'm the only one who is doing things right here. And then just puts her bin bag down and fucks off.
Yeah.
I think, doesn't that just sum up boomers to a fucking T?
Everyone else should fix this.
Yeah.
But in the meantime...
But I'll still add to it.
Yeah. I thought about this, right? And maybe this is just me being an absolute hooligan. How long do you think you'd have to live in a flat like this, like on one of the top levels,
Yeah.
before you thought, I could fucking chuck my bin from here?
Oh, man. If it was a clear enough shot,
Yeah.
every day I'm doing that.
Like,
mate.
all you got to really do is look, see if anyone's coming. Because if you hit someone, you're fucked.
Yeah. If you can land it like in the pile of bin bags, you're fine.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a big target. That's a big pile of
Yeah.
bin.
Yeah. I'd 100% be doing that.
Yeah, I would too. I would fully do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, why was she complaining about the stairs if there's a lift?
Yeah.
There's
get in the
clearly a lift.
Yeah.
The lift is a big part of the episode.
But there is a 50% chance it will send you to a dollhouse in a bedroom.
I mean, that's true, but who cares?
Let's just put your bin there.
She doesn't know that.
Saying that, right, I wouldn't get George to abolish this, right? This guy can't pay his rent, but there's a mansion in his cupboard. I found a great affordable housing situation for you, mate.
All right, so we're all going to live in George's cupboard, though.
Yeah, fucking why not?
Okay, great.
They can have a bin room.
You don't want a bin room. That'll smell.
Nah, you should keep the door shut.
No, it attracts fucking
Get
vermin.
like a towel, put it in the door cracks and that.
No. But then you've just got a room you can never go in.
Yeah, it's a bit of fun.
What are you going to do with all the other rubbish?
Second
Have a bin room.
Yeah.
Until eventually your whole house is just...
It will slowly take over the house, but at least you'll have time to earn 350 quid. It'll give him a bit of time.
Great.
That's all
So
I'm
you're
saying.
saying George should become a landlord?
Oh, no. No, now I'm the weirdo.
Your ultimate career progression.
Great.
Landlord.
Landlord. From video editor to landlord.
From video editor to landlord. You're only doing a video editor so you can work your way up to be a landlord.
Yeah. Great. When I can buy a house for myself, I'll worry about the next one.
Yeah.
Nathan, it is the time of the show where the audience get to have their say. What happens is Nathan tweets out a post, lets everyone know what episode we are recording and when. And then our lovely loyal listeners get to send in their thoughts and we get to read some of them. Should we start with emails? Should we start with tweets? What do you want to do?
We'll start with emails. Okay, this one is from Anna Ruzik. May have pronounced that wrong. I do apologize. Hi, I'm Anna from Argentina. Oh, wait, actually, this email is about the girl who waited, so I won't read that one. I'll save that one for next week, Hannah. This email, you can tell I haven't looked at these. Yeah. This email is from Maylena Martin, who says, thoughts on creepy doll episodes. The dad and the kid are very similar, both in looks and acting in skills. Did they look alike? I guess they did, kind of.
I've got that thing where, like, I think people can look alike all the time. Like,
yeah, but you're an idiot.
Oh, yeah.
This episode is another episode where Moffat exploits a real fear: adopted kids. Other than that, the concept of the Tenza sounds really interesting, but the episode is unfortunately very boring, IMO. I guess we can all just be glad that adopted kids only exist in the Doctor Who world and can't turn us. Maylena, Lady Howdy Parts on the Discord server, sent from email. I send CVs on. I think me and Maylena are going to have a fight in Montreal. So.
Oh, I've seen this, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to have a good old scrap.
And you were trying to weasel out of it until you doubled down or something?
Well, Maylena also put us onto a movie called Les Boys.
Oh, I've heard about this. Yeah.
Which we should watch for another Happy Pod, because apparently it's like the most famous movie ever in Montreal or something.
This is something to do with the Titanic or nothing to do
Yeah,
with
so
Titanic?
it came out like the same. The only, like, Titanic is not big in Montreal because of Les Boys.
Oh, right, okay.
Because Les Boys was too popular or whatever.
We Les Boys.
I know. The only thing I know about Les Boys, I googled it and I just saw pictures of hockey players. So,
okay,
which is very Canada. So
yeah, that's all
I
they
assume
do.
it's that's all they do. All I know about Canadians is they play hockey and eat Tim Hortons. That's all I know.
And make movies called Les Boys.
And make movies called Les Boys. Yeah. Maybe it's about The Boys, the TV show.
Oh, maybe, but it's Les Boys.
Yeah, Les Boys.
And Homelander's like, you want to have Le Wank? It'll cost you a tenner.
You want to watch me have a wank? It'll cost you a tenner.
It'll cost you 10 Canadian dollars.
It'll cost you 10 Canadian dollars. It's a good deal. This email is from Declan Abbott. Oh, thank you, Maylena / Lady Howdy Parts. This email, I look forward to our fight. This email is from Declan Abbott, who says, so is Rory plastic or what, Stephen? Hi, lads. I've been a long-time listener to another Happy Pod and have been a long-time Doctor Who fan, but stopped watching after Capaldi, as I loved his season so much I couldn't get used to a new Doctor. I saw a few TikToks of the new series and gave it a go and absolutely loved it. So I thought, fuck it. The boys are doing it. Let's watch from the beginning again.
Hey.
Gives me a new podcast to binge. Now, I must preface this with the RTD1 era is my favourite,
yes.
And I struggled to get through the Moffat era on first watch, and even now I'm knuckling through it, and it's nice to hear your more positive takes, but I must take umbrage with one thing. Is Rory still plastic, or did that get undone and I missed it? I'm usually painting or building models whilst watching the show, I must confess, and rely on you guys for the details. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Please, can you guys shed some light on this, as every episode involving peril, I'm waiting for Rory just to whip out the Auton gun and go to town on the baddie of the week. Excited to watch the Jodie era and 60th for the first time. Looking forward to the next episodes of the pod. Lots of love. Decknull29 from the Discord. Thank you, Deck. So,
Is he
Rory's
plastic?
no longer plastic. No. Rory's no longer plastic. That got undone once the universe was rebooted.
Oh, because from the memories, and he wasn't plastic in the memories.
No. He was plastic in the memories.
Oh, hang
Wait.
on, what?
No. So he was brought back from Amy's memories.
Yeah.
Okay. In the first version of the universe.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
He was brought back as a Centurion from Amy's memories. Okay. But then the universe was rebooted. Okay. So none of that ever happened. So technically, Rory never died and became an Auton. Okay.
We still died.
No, because that never happened. Technically.
So everything past that point was undone? Nothing
Everything up
ever
to that
happened?
point was, well, I don't fucking know. Just you're asking me too many questions. Okay?
That's what we're doing.
But none of that ever happened because as the Doctor says, technically the first night they was on the TARDIS together was their honeymoon. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So none of that ever happened technically. Okay.
Right.
So there we go.
There
He's
you
not
go.
an Auton.
You've definitely got your answer.
He's not plastic.
Definitely
And
not
the point,
more questions.
The point is he's not plastic. He's not an Auton. Okay.
All right.
That version of reality was undone. Okay, and never existed.
I see.
Or something. Shut up. Anyway.
Should we go and delete all of our old podcast episodes?
I'll delete you in a minute.
Okay.
This email here is from Leo Smith, who says, Night Terrors. Just thought I'd give some notes on this episode and my history with Doctor Who as a show. I was 6 when this came out, and I thought the dolls looked cool as fuck. My sister was 2 years older and was terrified, so we had to turn it off. We were definitely too young for it. Leo, that makes me feel old. I was born 7 days before Christopher Eccleston first appeared on TV in Rose. And my parents, who are big fans of classic Doctor Who, said I wouldn't stop crying when they were trying to watch it, and they hated me ever since. Wow. Brutal. My first episode of Doctor Who...
They didn't just wait for you to go to bed?
No, they were like, that fucking kid, get him out of here. We're trying to watch Doctor Who.
Yeah, they had to contribute to the season 1 starting viewers, right? That's a big thing.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
My first episode of Doctor Who ever was the 11th hour. Although I already knew who the Doctor was, what the TARDIS and the Screwdriver were, and who David Tennant was, so I must have had some other older memories that I just can't remember correctly because I was too young. I do remember seeing a giant Cyberman over snowy London, so I must have seen some other stuff in the past. Everyone forgets that, don't worry.
Yeah.
My favourite Doctor is Peter Capaldi. I'm excited for specifically Lawrence to get to the bangers he hasn't seen yet. I can't express how much I love this bloody show. Sorry for the long email, but it's just had such an influence on my life, and I know it has on many others too. Thanks, Leo. No apologies needed, Leo. We understand. We love it too.
Mate, your parents aren't really into Doctor Who, are they?
No, I couldn't give a fuck. Could
Yeah.
not give a fuck.
Mine entertained Doctor Who when I was younger, but since then they don't really care. But like, my mum texted me on the 60th, like DT is back, and I was like, yeah, and she was like, why? And I was like, too long to go into all this. I'll tell you when I see you.
The amount of interest my parents will have with Doctor Who is that my mum was forced to watch it every Christmas, and we'll just put up with it.
Yeah,
and that's it.
I worked it into like every conversation when it was like my big thing when I was younger. So like I probably put them off the show if anything.
Yeah, same probably.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah. My dad couldn't give a shit about it. No has. Yeah, neither of them ever watched it when they were younger or anything. Never watched the classic series. So
my dad was a Trekkie. My dad's
thing.
a Trek man.
There you go. Good man. Well, crossover the century now, apparently.
Oh yeah.
My sister's son, so my nephew, I guess.
Yep. That's how that works.
Jasper. He is like, fuck. I want to say like 3 or 4 or something, but he fucking loves Doctor Who now.
Oh, okay,
yeah. Like when
Get him on the show.
new series, when the new series was on, he got so excited to watch it, and like he loves singing like the Goblin song and everything.
Oh, legend! Nice.
He goes crazy for singing the Goblin song. So yeah, he's loving it. He's having a great time.
When he's a bit older, can we get him on to sing the Goblin song?
Yeah, sure. We'll do that now.
Nice. Here it is. Oh no, wait, that's Nathan's phone number.
07.
Oh no, my mistake.
Anyway, that's all the emails. That's my job done. I'm going to
Lovely.
bed.
Yep, fair enough. While Nathan's going to bed, I'll read the tweets. This one comes in from Isaac.
Isaac.
At Mostly Dead on Twitter, but the O in Mostly is a 0. So
Clever.
no, he's clever. Get past them censors.
For the word mostly.
Yeah. The day this aired, my family's car broke down on the way home from a trip. Well past midnight, we got back, but the little 10-year-old me runs in and turns on Doctor Who, of course. Cue the scariest fucking dolls in the world, and as they stumble towards the camera, a power cut. Pitch dark, I screamed. Episode's a bit shit, though, innit? It's the worst episode to have a power cut in, because it can get a bit spooky at times.
That's spooky. I was never spooked by this episode, though. I was too old, though. I was like 18 when this came out, so I was like, yeah, fine. You know?
I thought you meant today. I was like, well done. You are an adult. Lex writes in, The Good. Really, really creepy. These are bullet points. Really, really creepy. I love the haunted dollhouse stuff, and one of my partner's favourite episodes, so that's something. The Bad. I've seen this one a few times and can't remember most of it, so it's quite forgettable. Been there. Yeah. And there's parts that drag, and then we've been hit with a numerical scoring, Nathan. What would you guess the numerical scoring is?
Lawrence, don't do this to me. You know I don't care.
Okay, 7 out of 10.
Okay, great.
You don't care? You don't care what Lex has got to say?
You know I don't care about numerical value. I don't assign numerical value to one. That's not me. That's not what I do.
Nathan does a letter grade.
Yeah, it's true. Catch me on Letterboxd. Whatever Lex said about it being forgettable, I feel like just apply that to all my guys. His episode has said that one I like.
Yeah, the one we like now.
Yeah.
Last one comes in from Juliet Pond. I know who you might be related to.
Juliet Pond? She's related to Amy Pond.
She could be. This is the tweet that I referenced earlier. That I remember reading. I love how calm Rory is that he might literally be dead. He's experienced it that many times by now. He's just ready to give in. The episode was decent and a solid creepy one, but that ending really did piss me off. And then in brackets, somewhat reminds me of a certain recent Moffat ep. That's what I wanted your take on. I don't know what episode that is.
Read that to me again.
The episode was decent and a solid creepy one, but that ending really did piss me off. Somewhat reminds me of a certain Moffat ep.
A recent Moffat ep?
Yeah. Is it like...
Well, there's only one recent Moffat ep.
Yeah, I don't know. It could just be a showrunner, though. Like, a lot of people just refer to it as a Moffat episode or an
but
episode.
But did they say a recent
Moffat
episode?
Ep, yeah.
Yeah, there's only one of those. Boom.
Oh, a recent... Oh. I thought recent in terms of the show. In terms of where we are now.
Oh.
I don't know. Maybe... Look, either way, I don't know what the fuck episode you're talking about.
I'm thinking in terms of Doctor Who and recent Moffat eps, there is only one. And
somewhat reminds me of a certain episode. Is Moffat has a tendency to go, it's all fine now? Like, is that what that is? Juliet Pond.
Yeah,
you got to let us know.
I know. Yeah, let us know. What
Never
you cooking,
assume
Juliet?
we're as smart as you.
Wait, because we're not.
Yeah, we're not.
Let us know what you're cooking, Juliet.
We need to know.
Yeah.
And that being said, it's time to thank everyone for listening. If you've enjoyed the show,
thank you. Lawrence, first of all, let me thank someone.
Oh, okay. Is it for something financial? Because we could weave that into the outro.
No, I want to do it now.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. Hold on, I need to log in. Oh, wait, I don't. I'm logged in.
You still haven't given me this login. Where's this money going?
You don't need to worry about it.
It's just a true story, by the way. I don't have a login to this.
No, it just goes to our account. It goes
which I also can't have access to.
I said I'll give you access to it. You were like, no, just take care of it.
Nathan, you do it.
Jack supported us on Ko-Fi this week. Thank you very much to Jack.
Thank you.
They said, love the pod, guys. Can't believe no one else in the whole world thought to do a Doctor Who rewatch podcast.
Yeah, I know, right?
Absolutely right. Thank you very much, Jack. We very much appreciate it.
Indeed.
You bloody legend.
That is very, very generous. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
And thank you to everyone else as well for listening. If you've enjoyed the show, please feel free to leave us a little 5-star review. That'd be very cool. Much appreciated.
I think we have to fight Jack now, though, because we said that last week, didn't we?
Oh, we did, didn't we? Yeah. If
we said
anyone does it, yeah.
Yeah, we said don't because we'll fight you or whatever.
Nathan said he'd return double the money as well, by the way.
No, I fucking didn't. No, I didn't.
But not from the podcast account, his own account.
That's that Homelander moment in The Boys, when Starlight's like, Homelander's agreed to donate like 10 million to this fund. He's like, no. I'm better.
Starlight lied to you just now. You can also follow us on Twitter at StillGotLegsPod. You can email your thoughts on each episode over to stillgotlegspodcast@gmail.com. And we have a Discord server, the link to join us in the show notes. Good fun time. Nathan's threatening to fight people.
Maybe I'll threaten to fight you too. Find out.
You could be so lucky. A massive thank you and shout out to Nina for managing our short form content, all of the TikToks and Reels. That is great stuff. And also to Piers for being the Discord sheriff. I'm just going to call him that from now on. The Discord sheriff.
I'm the Discord sheriff.
No, you're not. You're the Discord deputy at best.
I'm the Discord bitch.
Yep, great. Yeah, the podcast would be on its arse without both of their help, so good stuff. If you feel so inclined, as Nathan mentioned, we have a Ko-Fi link in the show notes if you want to help us out with the running of both of the shows. Obviously, no pressure.
Don't, or I'll fight you.
We will fight you, that's true. But yeah, obviously, no pressure at all. Everyone's always around to enjoy these episodes for free forever. And speaking of shows, Nathan, we have another podcast, don't we?
We do, and if you like X-Men, boy, do I have the podcast for you.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't, just give it 14 weeks, and then we'll be back to something else.
Hang tight.
Just hang on for 14 weeks, okay? Right now, we're doing X-Mania on another Happy Pod, where we're working our way through all of the fucking X-Men movies. We did the first one. It was pretty boring. We're going to get to X-Men 2 this week, so that's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Bad idea
Join
for the
us.
podcast? Yes.
Do we care? No. It is very quite amusing, the amount of people who have said to us, hey, are you sure this is a good idea? And we've just been like, no, but we're doing it anyway.
We know it's not. This is part of the fun. We're testing the waters a bit. See what we can
We're
get
doing
away
whatever we want on another Happy Pod, all right? It's our fun experimental
with.
one.
We've done it quite fairly, right, in terms of like what people might actually want to listen to for 3 fucking years. Right?
Yeah, and it hasn't taken off.
Yeah, so we're just fucking doing what we want now.
we really tried. We really tried to like follow the algorithm and try work out what would work for another Happy Pod. Like maybe this will happen, maybe this will happen, and then we launched this fucking podcast, and then one day it's just like, oh, people like this. All right,
Fuck the other one.
Yes. 3 years of another Happy Pod, just trying to figure out what to do.
And that right there is why everyone should be terrified of Slushy Boys, a Glee Rewatch podcast. Because if that saw's still got legs, it's in the bin. That's the way we operate.
No, he wouldn't. They would both be beautiful boys who love. 2 Slushy Boys, a Glee Watch podcast coming soon to a Patreon feed near you.
It's not doing that.
It is. It's coming.
Nathan might be there, but not me.
Pay a £1 a month, and we'll do it on Patreon.
Pound!
£1 a month on Patreon.
Fucking hell.
And we'll. Hey, would you sign up to a Patreon that was £1 a month if you got 4 episodes of a Glee Watch podcast?
Yeah, the difference is the benefit then isn't for me, is it? It's for someone else. Would I listen to it? Yes. Would I do it? No.
You do it. I'd make you do it.
You wouldn't make shush.
I would make you do
I
it.
tell you what, can I get on with this edit? We need to go.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Anyway, let us know.
Yeah. Bye everyone.
Text us. Text us. Let us know.
Fuck's sake.
Text us to that all the sevens number or whatever we said. Anyway, are you done with your shout outs and everything?
Yeah. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next Monday at 10 a.m.
Bye. Love you. I'm working late 'cause I'm a sinner.